That's probably the reason why.
Welcome, Mike. Welcome, James, to the stream.
How is everybody doing?
Um, how you guys all been? I watched there was a live stream they had today for Mike would be happy to know about
Mm-hmm.
it. Mr. Groban had a live stream for his new album.
I was just clawing to get over there.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
But
Oh my God.
no, they were having this thing with this thing called Talk Shop Live. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Talk Shop Live does sign albums for artists.
No.
Well, they had a thing for his album Cinematic today, and some albums were gonna come signed, not all of them. So it was like a luck of the draw. I already have signed stuff from him, so it's like I didn't need it.
Cool. Hello, Mr. Friday. How are you doing?
Hey, James.
It's good. I had to pop out the checks. Like I said, I didn't want that whole big old bright thing on my face.
I'm gonna look into Restream again because I think I signed up for it one time and tried it. So this next week, guys, we'll probably have a different. We won't be using StreamYard. We'll try something different.
I mean, if you're comfortable with StreamYard, just stay with StreamYard. You don't have to do it just because I do it, but
no, I want to try some different options.
I'm way happier with StreamYard now than I was with the other stuff. So anyway, so how are you doing this evening?
Good.
You look so happy. Did you go to Trader Joe's?
No, my parents fell asleep, and that's okay.
That's why you're not happy.
No, I'll go another day. No, I'm happy. No, I'm happy because I got my cheese from Costco the other day, and I was eating it right now. Cheese makes people happy.
What's happening, AZ Mick? How you doing, buddy? Buddy. Yeah, I can see. I was like, oh, Lisa has that. I'm depressed I didn't get to go to Trader Joe's. Look, do they still have those? Like they used to have these enchiladas that were really good. They weren't Chipotle type. Well, I guess they were like a Chipotle type enchilada, like they had black beans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they used to sell them at Trader Joe's, but last time I bought them was like years ago, probably before the pandemic.
I like their orange chicken.
So I don't know if they still have them or not. I don't make it a habit to go to Trader Joe's. So
well, my dad likes their Danish. That's why he goes. And they only sell that at Trader Joe's. That specific Danish. I like the tea, so I go there to get the tea. But
which reminds me, I have to go get more tea. I'm running out of tea. I drink so much tea now.
You know, I'm drinking water, guys. Water.
And I myself have just one soda every, couple of days, or maybe just one a day. This is taking over from my beer. I go ahead and I have one during the stream or whatever, and I drink my tea. I'm being a good boy. He's being a good boy.
Oh, we can make a poll if I want to, but I'm not going to.
What is happening, DJ Trisha, Mr. Friday? Oh, Fred is in the house. What is happening, Mr. Dobbs?
Hey,
Mr.
Fred.
Dobbs. Long time no see, Mr. Dobbs.
Long time no see, Dobbsies.
Cool. Remember how, I don't know if, I think it was in my stream yesterday, you were talking about the San Ysidro McDonald's massacre?
Yeah. I think, it was the other day, on Monday.
Yeah. Well, today I came home kind of early from work, and I was like sitting around, didn't have much to do, because surprisingly, I should fucking like play the lottery. My daughter cleaned the house, so I didn't have to when I came home. So I had nothing to do, sit down, and I start looking at this one guy who's a YouTuber, fucking excellent YouTuber. Forgot what his name is. But he does this thing where he says 4 documentaries that disturbed me, or 4 documentaries that did this. Yeah. His channel, though, is completely awesome. He goes in depth on most of the stuff. And he was talking about documentaries, and he did like one that was, I Think We're Alone Now, which is the one I always tell you about, the one about the Tiffany stalkers.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's excellent, too. But he talks about this one documentary in the set of 4 called 77 Minutes.
That's the one about the San Ysidro murders.
If you want to watch it, it's on Roku, and it's also on Tubi.
Oh, good.
It's on Roku and Tubi. So, very graphic, though. It's very fucking graphic.
Wow.
Well, the thing is that they, the San Ysidro Police Department made a video where they walked through the crime scene. And that's another thing. They go into that in depth, that they waited a long time to remove the bodies. They waited like hours. It was well into the next morning before they started removing bodies from the place. So the police were saying they went into these thorough freaking thorough fucking walkthrough videos. You know, babies, children, just the first part of it talks about the massacre itself.
Yeah.
What led up to the massacre. And also it talks about how they fumbled the ball. San Ysidro Police Department fumbled the ball and how they mishandled it. But there's a second part where they start talking about the mishandling and everything that happened. And then there's people that are defending it saying, shit like this did not happen in the United States at that time. No. You know, 1984, this was like one of the first ones that, you know, it's the first one, it's the first one in my memory. You know, the first mass shooting like that, you know.
Me too.
And stuff, so.
I mean, in my memory, if I'm going to talk about what I remember as the first, like, kind of mass shooting or like mass. Let me think about it. I'm thinking about when I was little. No, San Ysidro happened in 84, right?
Yeah, you were only like 2 years old because you were born in 82.
So I don't remember much about it, but I remember my dad talked about it later on when I was older. And yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, because San Ysidro is supposed to be a border town. San Ysidro is actually, for the longest time, it was part of Mexico.
Yeah.
And then they were saying that finally, somehow, I don't know, the United States and San Diego annexed it or some shit. So it became a part of San Diego County. So I was kind of like, okay, so the San Ysidro Police Department. They said it's always been really shady because it's almost like it still is like part of Mexico and stuff like that. And they said it's still shady up to this day. You know, and stuff like that. But it was freaking crazy to watch that documentary because, you know, there's people that they talked to, you know, that were victims that were there. And to this day, they're still, you know, they're crying and they're going, you know, the way they're talking about like it's still fresh in their mind, like it happened yesterday.
I mean, it's crazy. How many years ago?
You know?
It's crazy. You know? It says, love the birds and islands, Church 45. It's crazy because I remember, I think about 29 people that day got gunned down, if I remember correctly, about 20-something.
I think it was like, 29 people were killed and 21 people were injured. 29 people killed. So they said in total it was like 50, something like that. It was like 50 people had been shot, but 29 people passed and 21 people were injured and lived.
They turned that McDonald's when the killing was done with. They turned it into something else. I think, if I remember correctly, they turned it into like a school. And then I don't know what it has been since, but the reason why I knew about that murder is, you know, I was just reading about things one day on the internet.
Yeah.
And I think my dad might have mentioned it because I was talking to my dad about what's the craziest things he remember in California. And of course, most people would say, the craziest things happen in California. Most people would probably mention the Night Stalker or in like he had said in California.
No, I mean lots of crazy stuff has happened in California. I mean you can't just say the Night Stalker and say the San Ysidro.
Oh well, no.
I mean so much fucking shit has happened here. You know, it's
like we also had
California's a big state.
We had the Golden State Killer. We had that Grim guy. You know the guy with the grim face. They call him the Grim Sleeper or something.
Yeah.
And then we've had some crazy things. We're a crazy state.
Yeah, so they were saying the reason why, you know, the movie was called 77 Minutes, that's how long it took for them to respond and take down the shooter.
77
and stuff like
minutes?
That. Yeah,
wow.
77 minutes is how long he was inside there shooting people. And, you know, before they finally, hey, get down.
Yeah, that is crazy that it took them that long.
Stop. Yeah, it took them 77 minutes to, you know, get in there and, you know, do what they had to do to like take him down. And they said the reason why they finally took him down is because a lucky shot. They got a lucky open shot. Because they said that the SWAT team was not prepared for stuff like this. You know, even with their thorough training at that time, they weren't prepared for like taking down a citizen shooter. So they talked to the person who actually took him down. And he was saying that what happened was they put him up on the roof of the post office. And he said he was looking down. And he said that he wouldn't have got the shot that he got at him if it hadn't been for a side door that had been shattered. It was safety glass and been shattered. And for some reason, it fell. The shattered glass finally broke. And when it finally broke, he got a clean shot and saw him sitting on the counter where people order food. And he was reloading his gun. His feet were dangling. And he sat there and said, okay, if this guy jumps off this counter and I get a clean shot, I'm taking him out. Guy jumped off the counter. He said he still didn't have a clean shot. He said, if I take him out right now, it's going to hit his torso, and that might not do him in. So finally, he said, luckily the guy like walked up to the door and was like looking out and stuff, and he saw clean shot, boom, took him, and that was it. It was like one shot, just took him in.
I mean, I know there was like a lot of things that happened in California, but for me, I think the reason why I mentioned the Night Stalker because it happened so close to where I live. One of the murders happened in Monterey Park, which is the next town over. So that's why I'm kind of like, oh,
you know what?
I made you a moderator, Ken, so I could see if I could see your comments because I can't see his comments on YouTube, but I can see them on StreamYard. Is that weird? I can see Ken's comments on StreamYard, but not YouTube.
That is kind of weird.
That is weird. So I made him a moderator. I went into my settings and see if that will, hopefully let him show up because I did not block him.
Let me go ahead and take that link and send it to Juan in case he decides he wants to come up.
I think, when you think about the crazy things that's happened, there's one good redeeming thing that happened. You guys probably heard it in news. A principal in Oklahoma, I think it's Oklahoma, tackled down a killer before he could have a chance to shoot up the school. And he got, guess what? They made him the prom king of the school. And his wife the prom queen. He tackled the shooter. And he got shot in the leg. But he tackled the shooter. The shooter didn't shoot the school because of him. That guy is a really, really, that's scary. I'd be afraid, but he did it and he survived. He only got shot in the leg.
Okay,
but he saved all his students.
Link? What do I do this link?
Oh, you can I see
I can see loser list. I can see him in the chat.
Let me see if I put the chat up because I made him a moderator, see if I can see him on StreamYard, which is interesting, but I'm gonna see if I can see you on YouTube because I made you a moderator to see if that maybe changes the algorithm and gets you to show up because I didn't block you. I only blocked trolls. Let me see. No, I still. Oh, yeah, I see him now. I made him a moderator, and now I can see him.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so like I said, hey, Paulina, there's a part of the documentary where they turn around and they talk to the one of the leading police officers, guy who was one of the leads, and he says when we walked in, he's all, we saw this, and how he's traumatized to this day. So you're thinking, okay, well, you don't think that they're going to show that freaking, that footage this guy, but they show all the footage this guy was talking about that traumatized him. I'm like, well, thanks. Now traumatize all of us, It was very, very graphic. So I don't know if you'd be able to handle it, Lisa, because I know you're more of a mild nature.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I mean, you might at that point want to turn around and turn it off because, like I said, it was pretty crazy.
If you say it's pretty graphic,
pretty gnarly. Yeah, pretty gnarly.
Now that I think about it, there was another thing that happened here in California, and I watched a movie about it. It's about this girl named Laura Black, and she was stalked by this guy at this IT place that she worked at, and the guy would not accept no for an answer because she didn't want to date him. She's like, no, I'm not interested in you. And what does he do?
What?
He shoots up the place where both of them work.
Like
and he kills 7 people and injured her. And then you would think after all this happened, she would have not left. No, she stayed at that job.
That is pretty fucking insane.
Because she said, no, I don't want to date you. And he just wouldn't accept it. He kept trying to, give her flowers. He even showed up to her house. And when she switched, when she was at the gym working out, her aerobics workout, he even joined her. He's like, oh, I just found out that you were at this aerobics gym. And then here's the icing on the cake. The reason why he shot up the workplace they worked at is because she gave him a restraining order. And if you guys don't know it, look it up. It's a true story. It happened in Sunnyvale, California.
Have you ever had a stalker, Lisa?
Yeah, in high school.
Really? You've had I've never had a stalker.
Yeah, he wrote me 365 letters. He wrote me every day of the year. It was weird.
Really?
Yep.
God.
Every day of the year.
Get the really? You've never told me the story. You gotta tell me the story. I've never heard this story.
So what happened is I have a teacher. I'm in special ed. I have the
Mm-hmm.
special ed teacher, and this guy asked my
Mm-hmm.
teacher if he could have my address, and the teacher just gave it to without thinking. She gave it to him, and then I got this letter.
Was he in special education also?
Yeah,
or?
yep. He had I think he had Down syndrome, but I think he did. Anyways,
Maybe he had an addiction to big butts.
Anyways, you know what happened?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote me a letter one day, and he said, "Hi, it's me. We'll change his name for the sake of the stream. Hi, it's me, Bob." He goes, "I hear you're going on a trip at the end of the year to Disneyland, with your food service class." And I was like, "How did you know that?" He goes, "I'm in your class. I heard you talking to other people about it." He goes, and then I was like, "Okay." I was like, "It's just one letter. There's no harm." And then he kept writing me he wrote me so much. And then one day he sent me an email. He goes, "My parents aren't home." And I was like, "What do you mean your parents aren't home?" He goes, "Well, you can come to my house and we can make a baby. Because I want a kid." And my dad wrote him back. My dad wrote him. This is honest God true story. My dad wrote him. He goes, "If you ever contact my daughter again about wanting to make a baby, Alhambra PD will arrest you and you'll have a restraining order against you." Never heard from him again.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why you come to the Groovy Release channel. This is the content you come in. You come in for stalkers and special ed. Yes, this is the reason why everybody's here.
So to answer your question, he was a grade above me.
Oh, and that boy grew up to be Richard Dolan.
No,
that was the great Richard Dolan.
But you see, the thing, you know why? He was in the same class as me, right? I didn't think anything about it. And then one day I confronted him. I said, "Why are you writing me every day?" He goes, "You don't know what you're missing." He goes and he says to me, "I could be good for you." You know what? It's so funny. You want to know what's so crazy? Is I went to Costco I saw him at Costco about 2 years ago. And I just walked by and I didn't say anything. I was like, "Oh." He was there with his mom, and he just gave me this deadpan stare, and I was like, it was creepy as hell.
Was he wagging a Costco hot dog at you? Like,
he was a Filipino, by the way. In case you guys wonder, he was Filipino.
He was looking at you, was standing there by his mom. He's like wagging a Costco hot dog looking at you.
Probably.
Like, trying to entice you.
But it was weird. It was weird. I asked him how he got my address, and he told me that the teacher just gave it for free to him because he had convinced her that he needed my address for something, that I gave him consent to have the address, which was weird.
Man.
It was weird. It was weird, but you know what? It happened. I was 11th grade. He was 12th grade. And when he said that, my dad said,
"Hey, Dwayne."
My dad said, "Alhambra PD will be dealing with you if you continue." And never again did he contact me because he's like, "I don't want to get arrested. I know better than that." Wow, my dad was going to get him arrested. My dad was not playing with him. My dad said, "You come to my door, you attack my daughter, guess what?" He goes, I'm not afraid to go to jail for this. He goes, "I will attack you." He wanted
to give you a baby. He was like saying, we're making babies.
I was 17, okay? I was just trying to figure out high school, and he was 18. So it would have been.
Yeah, but most girls at 17, they're starting to feel themselves.
Love.
Yeah. I'm saying 17. I don't go around dating 17-year-olds. Don't start that shit.
No. If he was a good-looking guy and he wasn't a stalker, I don't mind dating an older guy. I had a crush on one of the guys in that school that was 18. It was just he was creepy looking. It had nothing to do with age because I liked older guys when I was in high school.
Okay, so would you say that because he had Down syndrome was the reason why you wouldn't go out with him?
He was creepy as hell. He had this like serial killer face. It was creepy when he was.
At least he has Down syndrome. I mean, I'm not going to say that someone with Down syndrome has a serial killer face, but of course his face is going to be a little strange.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not making fun of I'm not trying to make fun of like people with Down syndrome, not at all. But I'm just saying, it's like you saying that he had a weird face. It's kind of.
I don't know if he had Down syndrome. I just know he had a little loose screws in him. Because I remember, this is for the stream, I guess. I remember going to the library,
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him there, and he was like looking at me. I was going into the library. It was
Mm-hmm.
weird. I was like, I'm here to get a book. What are you here for? He goes, I'm just here looking at you while you're getting books at the library. It's like, that was weird. But it's long. It was a long time ago.
I blame the butt. It was the butt. He was into
Yeah,
the butt.
yeah. Well, he wasn't gonna get it, Mister Filipino Stalker. We'll call him that. That's his new name.
He's like, oh, he was into the butt. There you go. Little loose screws. There you go.
Well, DJ Trish, she's down. She's I don't know what's the correct word to say for people with Down syndrome. Down syndrome.
I don't know. I mean, what is PC nowadays for people with Down syndrome?
I don't want to say mentally delay. Maybe mentally delayed.
It's been mental delay.
I don't know.
It's Great like I don't even approach subject nowadays because it's like it's so easy to say the wrong thing nowadays.
And for the people watching this stream wishing it was not true, it was true. Mm-hmm. I had an MSN email account back in the day, and that's how he contacted me. And my dad got a hold of it, and my dad was really serious about it. My dad's like, you come to this house, I ain't afraid of jail.
No, it's gonna be done for you. For you.
No, because my dad protects his family. If somebody comes over, my dad.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Dwayne said it's still Down syndrome, medical term. Okay, so it's
okay. It's still Down syndrome. I don't want to say the wrong thing because if you say the wrong term for people with development delays, then they go and they get on you because people are so PC.
Well, I think we can actually, Fred, because Fred said if Down syndrome is a disability that they're dealing with, why can't we just say the person with Down syndrome? So I guess I'm supposing you can still refer to it as the person with Down syndrome where they have Downs. Now, the thing that creeps me out is, I mean, I haven't seen it so much recently, but about a year or two ago, this whole trend started where they were, I think it was a fucking filter, but these hot chicks with hot bodies, they would have hot bodies. I'm talking like excellent bodies. And they would go and they would do these videos, but they would supposedly have Down syndrome. So you'd be looking at this woman and be like, wow, wow, wow. And then they get up to her face and she had Down syndrome. And you'd be like, you would feel fucking so like, oh my God, I'm such a pig. You'd be like, I was looking at this girl who had Down syndrome. Mine was like, oh my God, But then they came out afterwards that it was a fucking filter. There was a filter that made you look like you had Down syndrome.
I think that's kind of rude.
That's pretty fucked up. But so these hot chicks would get a kick out of it. They'd make these videos where they're wearing yoga pants and, workout clothes, and they're showing their butts and their boobs and getting guys all turned on. Then they show their face and they'd have Downs, and you'd be like, oh fuck. But there was a whole bunch of gross guys who would be there going, hey, if she's down, I'm down. That was like starting to become the thing. Like people would go in there and go, oh, if she's down, I'm down. That was like the joke. But no, like there's some that are on there's these two influencers that are on Instagram.
Yeah.
I forgot what their actual name is, but they're on Instagram and they work out. And her sister, the little sister, actually has Down syndrome. She really does. But the thing that I don't like about it is the sister's hot. The other girl, I'm not going to say she's hot, but she's built. You could tell that they're gym rats.
Yeah.
They're total gym rats, perfectly fit. And the thing that I find kind of gross about it is that the sister is always putting the younger sister with Down syndrome in the videos. Like she's like trying to push it, like, look at how sexy my sister is. And she puts makeup on her and everything else, and she keeps on doing it. It's just, I'm just finding it kind of gross. I'm just like,
it is a little bit weird, but there's one that I watch that's hilarious. Mm-hmm. It's this woman, and she helped raise his kid since he was little, and he's got Down syndrome. And I know I shouldn't laugh, but they have nicknames for each other. That's not funny, but that's not funny, Lisa. No, because they have nicknames for each other, right? He calls her like Rainbow something or rather, and she has a name for him. And I mean, to tell you the truth, it's funny to me because he has all
Fred,
these.
Right?
What?
No, Fred said, I've seen that channel. Just you're right. They are definitely manipulating sister for use. And the thing that I think is so gross about it is it's not just the sister, the father and the mother are involved in it too. So they're making money off the channel, obviously. And yeah, the sister has Downs, but but then again, also like Downs is like, you can end up having a very profound look with Down
Yeah.
syndrome and still be very, very high functioning. You know, it's
Yeah.
high. Are you able to say high functioning nowadays? I don't even know if that's PC.
No, you can say that.
Okay, but you know, you can be very high functioning, and you know, have Down syndrome, but look like you are like full on. So I don't know if she's like in that area where she's very, very high functioning, and she knows what she's doing too, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know, because like I said, there's weird men out there. I don't know if maybe she's just trying to touch on those weirdos that want to see it and shit or something. I don't know.
I think I know that channel because I think at one time came across my Instagram For You page,
it's
right?
a big channel. It's a big fucking channel.
And they did, I think they did a video one time where she falls in love with another bodybuilder who has Down syndrome.
Was it? Maybe.
Yeah, they made a video. But the thing about it is, I don't mind them bringing awareness to things like Down syndrome or the, you know, things like autism or other disabilities. But like, it's just kind of cringy when I obviously know they're using that sister for views to, you know, up their channel.
They're sexualizing her. That's what they do. They're doing.
How old is this girl? First off, is she of age? Because if she's underage, it's kind of weird. Even if she is of age and she consents to it, I just think, you know, if they don't have her in the videos, people are going to ask, so where's your Down syndrome sister? Why is she not in the video today? People will ask for that because that's what people want to see. And I think when it comes to Down syndrome, we should definitely have more awareness about it. I definitely want to see people doing videos about people with a disability to, you know, bring awareness. But that's just a little weird to me. Maybe I'm being too overly PC, but it's a little weird.
Dwayne said there are people who can have the physical appearance of Down syndrome. Okay, so they could have the appearance of Down syndrome and not have Down syndrome?
Yeah, there's a thing called mosaic Down syndrome, which means you could have the symptoms of Down syndrome, but not necessarily the full 21 trisomy. Is that what it's called?
Okay. See, I didn't even know that.
If you look up mosaic Down syndrome, it is another form of Down syndrome. But the people who have that don't have the face like, you know, the face of Down syndrome, but they still have Down syndrome.
Fucking like Lisa. See, I'm telling you, this bitch right here is fucking smart. People like her. People think that she's dumb. No, she's fucking smart as shit.
Thank you.
People are like, oh, why do you hang out with Lisa? I'm like, she's fucking smart as shit.
Let me see. Stuff. I know
Dusty, have you seen the channel Real, Right, and Uncut with D in Hollywood? No, I haven't. But guess what I'm going to be doing this evening when I get off my stream? Or get off your stream. When I say my stream, I'm so used to me streaming. You know.
I know. I just decided today it would be good to, like, you know, break in us streaming. We're going to be here for 2 hours, guys. You guys can guess for 2 hours.
Yeah, now that I'm back in the swing of streaming, I'm becoming a stream whore. So we're going to try and, like, you know, be here more often. Because I know that I've been, like, so not around, you know. They should distinguish between the two by calling the other one up syndrome. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have laughed at that, but that was kind of funny. One of my siblings knew someone like that. The person had only the physical appearance of Down syndrome.
Yeah, because the thing with mosaic Down syndrome is you don't have the face that a normal Down syndrome person has, but you still have the characteristics of what they have. Like, you can look at someone with mosaic Down syndrome, and it's hard to tell they have Down syndrome. A girl on TikTok was talking about how she has it. She looks just like me. But she has Down syndrome, but she doesn't have it. Well, a lot of people with Down syndrome, usually a lot of them are short in stature. A lot of them are bigger in stature. I think they are bigger in stature, and they don't have a long life expectancy compared to normal counterparts. People with Down syndrome, their life is definitely cut shorter due to the fact that they have Down syndrome.
Yeah, just totally crazy, but I don't even know how the hell we actually got on that. How did we get on that subject?
Because of my stalker who has Down syndrome.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, because of your ex.
I gotta.
How do we get on that?
Because I have a Down syndrome stalker. That's gonna be all the rage on a certain stream tomorrow. They're gonna be like, he said a Down syndrome stalker in high school.
Yeah, people are gonna start like freaking sending you messages with their like Down syndrome filter, like, "Hey, Lisa, what's happening, baby?"
I wish it wasn't true, but unfortunately, it went on for a year.
After this many years, I mean, I'm just hearing about this for the first time. That's fucking crazy. I did not know.
Yeah, because that's kind of something I try to leave behind. But then I thought, you know what? I thought people, to tell you the honest truth, I wish it wasn't true. I wish it didn't happen. But unfortunately, yeah, it did happen. And the guy still lives in Alhambra.
I mean, there's only really one woman from your past or one person from your past I really want to meet, and that's Machete Girl. One of these days, we're going to go out there. We're going to jump in my car. We're going to go out there. We're going to find her.
Yeah, I know where she is. I know where she was last. The last place that I heard
can save
she
her.
was in.
We can save her. I can fix her. I can fix her.
No, you can't. I tried.
Yes, I can. Give me a chance.
Trust me.
I'll bring her home. I'll give her a shower. I'll take her and give her some meds and, take her to her doctor so she can get back on her meds and I'll fix her.
Trust me.
Ain't the first crazy chick I've been with.
Yeah, but you never been with a schizophrenic.
I probably have been with one or two, for all I know.
I mean,
I probably have.
You probably have and don't remember if you were with one. Because I tried over the years.
She didn't get the joke, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like, I'm just kidding.
I don't get it.
Oh my God. I've been with a couple of fucking crazy bitches in my time. That's
Why did I wait a whole year or two? Because I was young and stupid, and I just thought maybe it would pass by and he would get the hint that I was interested in it. But then, and then I finally decided to, involve my dad, and that's when it stopped. When my dad, told him off.
Just you'll end up on a coroner's table. But don't we? We all end up on a coroner's table once in a while, shouldn't we?
Well,
if we're gonna end up on a coroner's table, shouldn't it have an interesting backstory? How we ended up there?
Well, Machete Girl ain't afraid of killing people. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be interesting. Oh my God, Dusty was dating this crazy chick, and him and her, when they were going out, they were slapping skids, and she got mad. She stabbed him to death. Doesn't that sound more sensational than Dusty was like fucking watching Netflix and he ate his last piece of pizza and he keeled over? Sounds more exciting, right? Go out with a fucking bang, literally. Go out with a bang, literally.
I mean, if you think about it, you think about how many people go on these dating apps, right? Thinking they're gonna find the one, and then they end up murdered. Like, these dating apps can be pretty crazy.
Jesus, Kitty, what are they feeding you? Oh my God! The cat just went in the litter box and is stinking up the whole house.
You gotta ask Tina what she's been
feeding my God, that's horrible. Oh, you're adorable, Mama, but that's horrible. Oh,
I mean, if you guys want to know where Machete Girl is, she's somewhere in LA. I haven't talked to her. I haven't talked to her in 11 years, so I don't know where she is, but she's somewhere in LA.
Oh, good thing I got all these air filters. Air filters, do your work. Do your work, air filters. Oof.
I have my fan on because I like having my fan on.
No, we bought all these air filters from Amazon, their Muka brand or whatever. We have like in each room,
You know what you get? I bought it. We got this from at Costco when they have a sale. The shark ones are like $100 to $200 off. You should have got one of those when they have the sale. And they're it's pretty affordable. My dad got one for everybody. My sister, my dad's like, here's your birthday gift. He got our air filter for her birthday when my sister turned 29.
Yeah, we have one in every room. My son has one in his room. My daughter, and they got one. And then I got one upstairs, and there's one in the kitchen. There's one here in the living room.
You notice any difference?
What?
You notice any difference with the air filters?
Yes. For one thing, like, okay. See, like right now, it's like usually I end up having like I have incense burners, not incense burners. I have like wax mount burners and stuff like that because we have I have 3 cats. My cats aren't stinky cats, so they're very neat cats. But with air filters, it's like it cuts down on the hair. We don't deal with any of the hair. I don't get like a lot of hair on the couches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where I have to like take it off my clothes all the time with lint rollers and stuff. Also, like right now, he just took a poop. It's already dissipating. So, because the air filters just suck it all in, and clean the air. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have an air filter, but somehow I don't know, something got into it. Like a little plastic fork got into it, and it now makes. I'm gonna have to take it apart eventually.
How the hell did you get a piece of plastic fork in your fucking air filter? You eating over it?
Long story.
Let me see. DJ Trisham said you'll end up on an episode of Lamont on the Run. Love that guy. Love that guy.
No, you know where he's gonna end up on?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna end up on the local news.
For real.
KTLA 5.
James Farley said OZM works pretty good on stinks. Dwayne says, I like the country because of the cleaner air.
I mean, if you guys ever like need air filters, every once in a while they have a big sale and you can get one for cheap. My sister Angela gave us an air filter that she got a while back.
Yeah.
And we use that in the room with the little kids because they have allergies. And my niece and nephew are allergic to. My niece is allergic to all nuts. All nuts. She can't eat any nuts. So we have to always make sure when we feed her stuff, it doesn't have nuts. She got that from her dad. Her dad has allergic reactions to nuts too.
Lamont will be walking by your house talking about how Machete Girl killed you. Be in the front going, and how's he talking? He's all, and this is where Dusty Spence lived. This is the house that he left that morning when he went to go with Groovy Lisa, who I'll put right here, Groovy Lisa. And they got into his car and traveled to wherever the fuck we went and picked up what they refer to as Machete Girl. So he comes back home, and after a long night of lovemaking with Machete Girl and a pizza or two, she decides to murder him most viciously because she's in a bad mood. There you go. That's how Lamont would tell the story. And they'd go to my fucking grave or some shit, I don't know, and be like, this is his final resting place. This is where Machete Girl put him. After she fucked and stabbed him to death. There you go.
Well, that's good to know. I did not know that.
Rest in peace, Dusty. No,
I did not know about that. Next time I'm at Costco, I might look into that, Jay Farley. Because, it'd be good to have. But the thing about it.
Sanitizing spray.
The thing about Machete Girl, guys, is that.
Hello, Mr. Michael Chavez.
One time, her mom, when she was alive, we had to go and search for her because she went on the run. So here I am making flyers for her on my Photoshop. And her mom was like, did you see my daughter? I don't know where she is. And then we found her. She was in L.A. She was in downtown L.A. And her mom was like, well, thanks for helping me. And it was crazy because she just ran away from her mom. And her mom was like at her front doorstep, like, where's Machete Girl? I haven't seen her and it turns out she just ran away from her mom. She said her mom was controlling.
You know what's like so funny is that I made up that name Machete Girl how many years ago, and it's just like kind of stuck.
For people out there, wondering why her name is Machete Girl. So I used to go to high school with this girl. She was a grade above me, and she sat in math class with me. About 2018 or 2017 or 16, she went to a Kardashian store. She was pissed off that the Kardashians were supporting Cuba. So she went and she took a machete and a gun to the Dash store. And she was going to go and shoot up the Dash store or kill someone with a machete. And you could hear the newscaster says, oh my God, or something to the extent, she's got a machete. And they arrested her and she was in jail for 2 days.
Well, it wasn't so much the machete. It was when she said she had a fucking gun because she goes that one freaking.
She said, "I'll stab you."
The one guy from Channel 5 is like following her, and when he's following her, she turned around and she told him, "She said, don't follow me. I have a gun." And I guess she had been inside the store waving a gun around.
She also said, "You want to get stabbed?"
You want to get stabbed? I got so turned on when she did that. I was like, "Damn!" I'm like, "You want to get poked?" Just kidding.
Oh, you know
so you want to get stabbed?
The thing about it is, believe me, as her friend for many years, I tried getting her help. I tried getting her to take her meds. She just wouldn't, and you know what happened? Well, this is a scary incident. Some guy almost came at us because of her. He was yelling at him and screaming at him. Yeah. And I was like, well, if this is how I'm going to die at a bus stop by Olivera Street, then so be it. I'll be like, oy day, whatever, oy vey, or Idas Mio or something.
If this is how it ends, this is how it ends.
And I was like, you know what? If they have to call my parents and tell them, hey, your daughter was found at Salita Lindo with a machete in her back.
What is her actual? We should not be saying her actual name. Actually,
No.
We really shouldn't.
No,
you
we don't.
let it slip a lot, but yeah, you shouldn't. But one of these days, she's gonna be. It's gonna be funny. It's like we reach a big audience. We have there's 17 people here. We reach a big audience. No, like one of these days, I say she's gonna be in public. Someone's gonna go up to her and go, "Machete Girl, you're a Machete Girl. I know you." She's gonna be on Machete Girl. What the fuck are you talking about? She probably knows by now that she's been on the news up for the machete. So
what's her actual name? You guys can look it up on the computer. It's there. You look up Crazy Woman at Dash Store. They have her name there.
Do I tell them about the dream? They already have a convo going. You can tell us about another one of werewolves dreams. I like when he does this. He tells you like a little piece, and then a little piece, and a little piece, and then. Phew,
wait a minute, I'm catching up with the comments. That sure is. LOL, that sure is Michael.
No, it's about Ozium being stoner spray because it's like
it is
a really strong spray.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, if you come to think about it, her name is out there and everybody can easily find her.
Mm-hmm.
If she wasn't in the news, I would never reveal her actual name, but she's all over the news.
So, I mean, speaking of recently, she's never, ever tried to get a hold of you again, right?
I haven't heard from her in 11 years.
Yeah, because, I mean, she doesn't, like, check into her Facebook or anything, and none of that stuff.
She used to call me. She used to call me on 20 different numbers, and sometimes she'd read it in the phone.
I mean, she doesn't answer her direct messages.
Well, on Facebook.
I'm like, not that I've tried to get a hold of her, but
No, on Facebook. No, she hasn't checked her Facebook in like 10 years. No, like in 7 years. No,
yeah.
The thing about it is I tried everything under the sun with her. I tried to get her into therapy. I tried to get her to talk to a counselor. I tried to get her on good terms with her mom. I tried everything. I gave that girl money to help her. And you know what? She chose the streets. She chose the streets. And I was done. I was exhausted. I was like, you know what?
She was for the streets. She was for the streets, Lisa.
Not for the sheets.
She was for the streets, not for the sheets.
Yeah.
Speaking of for the streets, I've been on this really, really bad kick lately. And I know it's going to appeal to most of the men probably in this chat right now. But I've been on this really bad kick where I've been, there's this one guy who's called Lizard Lot Hunter. Okay. But he's not the only channel that does this. There's multiple channels that do it. And what they do is they basically go out to like some of the main streets in Los Angeles and other places. And they go look at hookers on the street. And sometimes they go and they pull over, these chicks do not hide. They'll tell you how much it costs for this. What do you charge for this? I charge this much for it. I charge that much for it. Some of the stuff they charge. And he like gives you like all these tips. Like he says, oh, well, if you pull up and they say this much, he's all really the fucking Fred.
I gotta ask you a question.
Figueroa Street, he already knows.
I gotta ask you a question. Okay, you can answer this. What is the going rate for a hooker nowadays? Like, what is a hooker charging nowadays?
Okay, now the thing that most of the hookers nowadays, it seems, I mean, for the good ones, I'm not saying that's what I go out and do, but I watch these videos and I find out what the prices are. For the going ones here in the United States, they try and say $300, but they will go as low as $200. And that's for all? That's. You want to know how much you're getting in TJ?
No, I thought they would ask for more. These hookers deserve more.
No, you know what you're getting in TJ? TJ's like, you could get laid in TJ for like $30 or $50. Anywhere between 30 and 50.
Also, you can get laid easily in Thailand.
Look at chicks.
You can also get laid in Thailand easily too. If any hooker wants to go to Thailand.
Yeah, $30 or $50, crabs and whatever extra.
I mean, you get a side of gonorrhea with this hooker.
Yeah, a hooker's cheaper than BTS tickets, man. Fucking hookers are cheaper than going to a fucking concert.
Yeah, hookers are cheaper than going to Coachella. I said it.
You know what? You would think though that would be lucrative to be a hooker at Coachella. That would be pretty lucrative because
I could just
that's where all the influencers
imagine.
are. You know, you
I
make a
could
lot of
just
money.
imagine all the influencers being like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
you wanna hook up with me? You can come to my Airbnb that I spent $7,000 for."
I'm sure there's there's some high priced escorts at Coachella. I'm sure there's a few of them, but these channels, it's like what they do is this guy he goes up and he talks to them, and like most of them, like he'll give them money. He'll try to say, well, I don't want to sleep with you, but can I have like so much of your time, and I'll give you like $100 or whatever, and you can tell me how it's going, or how this works. And yeah, she also, like, this one that I was talking to. This one that I was watching, not talking to. I got caught. This one that I was watching, she turned around and said tips to avoid the police, telling people there's certain things that you can ask that will tell you whether somebody's a police officer. Because they said most of the shit that they've been hearing since, like, the days of fucking Beretta on TV is bullshit. Like telling that a cop has to tell you they're a cop or this, da da da. So no, there's certain questions that you ask, like you might tell them, like, when you pull up, show me a tit or something, and that a real hooker will pull out a tit and show it to you, but a cop won't. They'll try and talk all the way around it and da 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 da. And usually, if you turn around and say, show me a tit, and they don't do it, they're a fucking cop. Keep on driving. Just don't even discuss nothing. So yeah, so this chick was giving all these tips. It's just like, going, wow. Did you write that down, Fred?
DJ Trish, did you write that down?
No, I was saying, no, I was wondering if Fred wrote it down. So Fred's all sitting there right now going, okay, tell them, show me a tit. And if they don't, they're a cop. There you go.
I mean,
Fred's all every word.
We used to have this hooker.
Oh, my teeth look so bad.
We used to have this hooker that would hang out at the gas station where my dad, the Arco gas station, and she had on so much makeup, so my dad gave her a nickname. He called her Bozo the Hooker. Because she would hang out. She'd be like, "Hey, Daddy, do you need some things today?" And my dad would be like, "No, I'm not that desperate." She goes, "I'll give it to you for a cheaper rate." And then my mom goes, "Who do you think you are?" My mom goes, "Who do you think you are? He's taken. Go find a lonely man." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay." I was in the car. Need you say, I was a little kid. I was in the car, and I'm like, you guys are gonna embarrass me at 10 years old with this shit. I was like, could you do it another day?
Yeah, but some of the prices, I was just like surprised. Like they said, they'll end asking for $300, but you can talk them down to $200. And usually most of them were just like, they were given that's for the whole works. They were just like, well, they basically like charge you one rate, and it's like you kind of pick and choose what you want before you do your stuff, and then whatever.
So like you can do like the whole shebang. Like what? Say if you're you're a guy, right? But you don't want the whole shebang. You just want the going down on. Did you get a discount for that?
I have no idea.
Is it cheaper just to get a blowjob over getting actual sex?
I have no idea. Maybe one of these days what we should do is on one of your live streams, I'll go ahead and I'll grab my phone, I'll jump in my car, and I'll drive down to by me it would be Beach Boulevard. And I'll go down there and I'll pick up on one. I'll be like, "Excuse me, I just want to get blah blah blah. How much would you charge?" And then I could film it. We could do it on the live stream and stuff like that, and you guys can find out. There you go.
I miss when girls had game and moral.
Morals, I know.
No. Why are you going to Beach Boulevard when you can come over here to
the 40s?
People, why are we going to Beach Boulevard when you come here to Skid Row? You can find some premium hookers in Skid Row.
Really? Skid Row? Skid Row?
And they come with crabs and gonorrhea and probably a host of schizophrenia and bipolar 1 and 2.
So Fred was all, "What are you talking about? The 40s?" Like, that's when they had shame and morals.
Now, well, I hate to break it to you, dude, but women out there, they got their needs they need to meet. This is not 1950.
Yeah, but like I said, I had gone down the black hole of that, down the rabbit hole, and I was watching different videos of different people,
Come again, Paulina? I used to live with a cop for a few years. I would say when he came into the room, I smell bacon. Does anyone smell bacon? Nah. I left because okay, is that's Paulinaism for you.
That's yeah, Paulinaism. No, so
That
yeah,
you
so
said,
I started going down the rabbit hole of that. Although I mean, I've always been kind of fascinated with that. I've never paid for what I would not pay for sex. No, but yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen those?
Hmm.
You ever seen those guys who are virgins and they pay for sex because they can't get laid, so they pay an actual hooker to get the deed done? I heard about I was watching a documentary about it. This guy was like in his 40s. He was like so
Hmm.
depressed that he was a virgin, so he paid a woman to have sex with him because he just wanted to get rid of it.
You know, y- the saying "there's someone for everyone." It's a
Yeah,
very true statement.
yeah,
So I mean, I mean, I think usually when you end up getting into you start going into your 40s and 50s virgins because more choice and maybe you're like more you really maybe don't have an interest,
yeah.
is what I'm thinking.
Asexual.
But yeah, because I mean you can always find someone that's attracted to you. There's
Yeah,
always someone who's attracted enough to fuck you. There always is. Because like with me, uh I in high school I did pretty well. I did pretty well in high school for being that I was, heavier. I mean, I've never had being a heavy guy most of my life. I've never really had a problem with women. I've never really had a problem. Did I get every woman I ever wanted? No. I mean, there was lots of women that I like, really, really wanted to be with that, yeah, wouldn't give me the time of day, but still, I did pretty well, you know?
no, I just thought it was. I thought it was interesting because they had a show on TLC
Hmm.
about virgins, and they're about these
Uh,
people that wanted to lose their virginity, and one of them was talking about paying somebody, and then there was that guy Skippy. You remember Skippy? He was
hmm.
34, and he brought a girl down to his basement. He lived with his mom, and
Mm.
he's like, "Hi, I'm Skippy." He even had a shirt that says, and I was just like, I get it why some people don't, lose their virginity at a young age. It's because they just probably couldn't find somebody or
Well,
it's by choice.
people mature at different rates too.
Yeah.
So there's that also. But
But if you're
but
like 40 or 50, you gotta wonder why.
I mean, me, it was like, bro. As soon as as soon as I hit 13, I was already like, when I was young. So I was, I was looking to get rid of it right away.
I mean,
But
I had people that I was interested when I was a teenager, but it never panned
hmm.
out. So it
Well,
is what it is. It's
I mean,
different for girls than it is for guys. I think
yeah, but
guys have it. They can get women easier than teenage girls.
no, it should be easier for teenage girls to
Uh,
get it because they're the ones being pursued.
and
So it's
plus,
like,
they
why would
have
I
all these
mean?
TV shows about teen
You have
mom.
like freaking if you're decently attractive, you have a fucking high school full of fucking horny young men that want to freaking hump you. So it's like it's easier for a teenage girl, I think, to be with men her age or whatever.
Yeah,
Teenage boys,
totally.
they're all freaking horn dogs.
I mean, when I was in high school, I had people interested in me. Yeah, that's for sure. But I
Hello,
didn't
chocolate
pursue.
cheesecake.
I didn't pursue anybody.
Huh?
Good evening. Oh, hi. Oh, interesting. Oh, wait, that's William under a different
It's
account.
William. He said, "Good evening, all you beautiful people." Hopefully, it's William, or I hope it's not somebody else using his picture because
No,
I know
it's
it's probably
probably one
somebody
of
using
the.
his picture because I mean William doesn't usually use his picture, but
I just think in the grand scheme of things, everybody when it happens for them, that's when
hmm.
it's supposed to happen for them. It's
Yeah,
nothing to be ashamed of. I think, in my opinion, nothing to be ashamed of. And when it happens,
yeah.
it happens. Not everybody loses their thing as a teenager.
I think it happens when it's supposed to happen. You know, so huh, Fred. Fred's all. It happens when it's supposed to happen.
I thought I found the one, but now
Mhm.
she's taken. Who knows? When I get to Shavu to LA, I might find love out there. LA's expensive, Paulina.
It was common for 16-year-old women to get married in the 50s. 16.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
yeah,
It was very common because
yeah.
my grandma my grandma got with
Hmm.
my dad's
Hmm.
dad's dad when she was really young, and she had my dad when she was 20. 19 going on 20. So she had him really young. She had him as a teenager, and then she has him as a teenager, and then she gave birth to him in June of 1940.
I mean, right there, talk about living in a different time. Because, I mean, holy shit, Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin at 56. How did his career fucking survive that?
I don't know, but it's been documented, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
they had kids.
He didn't hide it,
They had kids too.
I mean, it was like, and he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and just he's considered an icon and blah, blah, blah. It's like, how did his, let a fucking rock star pull some shit like that nowadays and see what the fuck happens.
They can't, they can't nowadays, but the crazy thing is that nobody batted an eye. Nobody really batted an eye in the 50s to that. It just happened. And I remember when I saw the movie, they made a movie about Jerry Lee Lewis. I think Winona Ryder played the cousin, and Dennis Quaid played Jerry Lee Lewis, if I remember correctly.
Chocolate Cheesecake says, "I love black beans. I love black beans too, especially my Chipotle." My late mom was a teenager. Then she went, or late teenager when she married my dad in the 1950s. But like we were saying, that was pretty common back then. That was pretty common.
It was very common. Nowadays, it's frowned upon to marry someone as a teenager.
It was his bass player's daughter too. Wow. Well, yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah. And it was his cousin. Talk about ding 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 ding.
Talk about keeping it in the family.
It's like pedal faster. I hear banjos. I mean, I was like, Jesus Christ.
When you see those like meme videos where the people are talking about how they got with people in their family, and then the background music is Sweet Home Alabama. It's like,
well, I mean, I don't really associate Leonard Skinner with,
I don't either, but they made that the song about it. They made that the official inbreeding song, I guess, because I've seen it in a lot of videos, and I was like,
I guess, yeah. In some movies they use it as a joke when they're insinuating that.
I guess. Alabama, I don't think Alabama would have an issue with a 13-year-old Jerry Lee Lewis, dating his cousin, like California probably would.
Bill Wyman was involved with a 13-year-old girl. Jeez.
Yeah, I read about that. Bill Wyman even, did he marry her or something at one point? But, the crazy thing about that is, if you think about it, also David Bowie was involved with a 13-year-old.
Some of that crazy, I think I was seeing somebody, there was a documentary that was on YouTube that somebody had made.
I watched it.
I didn't know everything. Yeah, everything that you see, when somebody creates something on YouTube, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because you can't really well, I guess any documentary period you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But it was talking about how like Jimmy Page and a lot of Led Zeppelin and a lot of the artists from the 70s, they were with these young fucking groupies, and nobody's talking about it. But, crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Her name was Lori Maddox. For anybody who's wondering, her name was Lori Maddox, and she got with David Bowie when she was 13, and also she was with Jimmy Page. And it was also another one called Pamela DeBarnes, who
she's part of the GTO. She was
And then there was the one that was called the Castor Plaster, the one that made all the molds of rock stars' cocks.
Man, that dude is going to jail forever. David?
Yeah, David. Okay, here's the thing about Dave. He had a career that was going off on YouTube, and then he decided he was going to go and release a song on her birthday, which was creepy.
Yeah,
creepy. That album I think was called Hama. Was it? He had a creepy name for one of his albums.
But some of the shit that they came out with about him afterwards was like, for one thing, before they found her in that fucking car and she was all decayed, he had been driving around for fucking months with her in his trunk.
Yep.
Multiple friends had gotten into his car. Multiple fucking business acquaintances had gotten into his car, and all of them complained about the smell, that your car stinks, And he wouldn't talk about it. For one thing, I'm sorry, but death has a very distinct fucking smell. So I find it so stupid when people are like, oh, well, it had a funny smell. It had a funny blah, blah, You can't smell fucking death, rotted meat. It's like, it has a very distinct fucking smell. So he was driving around with her in the and that, as if that's not bad enough, what he did to her body. He was like, he dismembered her and just all kinds of shit. That dude needs to fucking be put away.
Supposedly she was pregnant with his kid.
Yeah, and that's the reason why. But
the thing about it is, he's old enough to know what's right and wrong. He's old enough to know what's right and wrong. And the thing about it is, some people are like, why were the parents not watching who she was going out with? Why were the parents not paying attention to her?
Yeah, just fucking crazy. He had one song. And that song just creeps me out when I hear it. And I mean, and then he's recording music and he's admitting to the crimes. He's telling you how he did the crimes in these fucking songs. It's sick shit, man. They need
his most popular song. His most popular song is, it goes, "Here when I'm here with you, I got a smile on my face." That's creepy. I mean, to tell you the honest truth, the thing that really hurt me is that this girl was 14. She was young, impressionable.
Yeah.
And she was taking advantage of this 21-year-old guy, David. He took advantage of, I mean, he's about 21. He took advantage of the situation, and she should still be here. But, my parents told me from an early age when I was little, be careful about the internet and who you talk with, because AIM was very big when I was a teenager.
Well, I mean, it's a sick world. It really is a sick world. Let me take a look here. I think, hold on a moment.
Hey, Dave. I'm catching up on the comments. Hey, Dave. I hope Jen is doing well. I hope you found a job, because I know you've been looking for one. I hope that's going well for you. He started grooming her when she was about 12. Exactly. When she was 12. So apparently he had met her. He had met her at one of her shows, Frog. David met Celeste at one of his shows. And that's how they started talking. And in one of the texts that she sent to her friend, she's like, David caused me to bleed. Because it was her first time ever. She had lost her virginity to that fucking creep. Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, no, I was talking to one. One said that he's not going to be able to make it. He just got home and he was asking me about doing another episode of the Coffin Podcast.
That'd be cool.
So I was like, I told him, yes, I am down to do. I said, yes, get in touch with me. I'm down to do another episode for you. Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear, Hop Frog. He had a phone interview and an in-person interview today looking very promising. That's good to hear, Hop Frog, because I know you've been trying to find one. Because I hope everything goes well for you. I mean, I want to see more of you and him doing podcasts, because you guys both. Juan
wants us both to do the Coffin Podcast. He wants both of us on there.
I can do that. I've only done one podcast in my life, and it went okay.
So when we schedule that, we will let all of you know, so you can come over to see over at Black TV.
I will go and put a link out to it.
Come in, Chris.
I'll put a link out to it on my post of my community page.
Got it, yeah. Okay.
I'm sure about maybe 10 of you out of the 1,400 I have subscribed to me will watch it. I will notify you. I will tell people on Facebook too, because some of my relatives out there, they will support me. If you're out there, Aunt Hop, I know you'll watch, because Aunt Hop watches a lot of things I do. She's my biggest fan.
People love the Groovy Lisa. They love the Groovy Lisa.
They love you too. Do not discount yourself. They love you as well.
Oh, you're making me blush. You're making me blush.
I'm just saying, we are Abbott and Costello.
Abbott and Costello.
Or we are Hall and Oates. No,
we're fucking Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah, you know who I am? I'm Jim Carrey's character, and you're Jeff Daniels.
No, you got the tooth. You got the tooth fixed. No, the tooth. I'm the one who's in the process getting my teeth fixed. So you should call me the Jim Carrey character.
Well, I think maybe I am Jeff Daniels, because there's a couple times in the movie I'm like, man, I'm just like Jeff Daniels.
Oh my God, some of the stuff they're doing to my teeth. I mean, like a lot of the teeth back here they've removed, and then these ones are like been grounded down. So like, oh my God, It's been a horrible problem. But like I said, soon I will be all pearly white. Somebody's gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, don't smile, Dusty. We can't see.
I don't know.
I need to put my shades on."
I never learned to be a sailor, and I do kind of have a fear of being on boats.
Let me see. Hello to Chris. Hope you had a great day, Dusty Son. Yes, he just got back from the YMCA. They take them on all kinds of little trips and stuff. He goes all over the neighborhood.
Well, that's good to hear.
Mm-hmm. I think today they were doing a thing where they went to like the mall and they went to El Torito and they do all that good stuff.
I mean, that's good that they do all those things. Mm-hmm. They include them in things. That's good to hear.
He's always very, very busy. He's always in and out, in and out, in and out. If it isn't work, he's like, going to do something with friends and stuff. So, Dusty, you should rock that. I know. I should just carve one. I wonder if you could actually get one off of Amazon.
You almost, if you let your hair grow a little longer, you will look like a founding father.
I actually need to go get a haircut because I think that my hair looks worse when it's longer, and I have to grow my goatee back in. Oh my god!
You're kind of looking like Benjamin Franklin with the hair now.
I mean, I know, right? Right.
But Benjamin Franklin was a very smart guy. I mean, come on. Come on. If I was a lonely woman in the 1700s, Benjamin Franklin knows a lot. I wouldn't discount him out of bed.
I'm gonna do my Benjamin Franklin. Beer is proof that God really loves us. How's that? Does that work?
I mean, if you think about it, guys. If you think about it, guys, Benjamin Franklin.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
I mean, if you think about it, look. Let me show you some proof, guys. Look. I mean, if he lets his hair grow out, you look at possibly Benjamin Franklin.
Well, thanks for as if I wasn't self-conscious about my freaking hairline. Now you've really made me self-conscious about my hairline. Look, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much.
Look, I got gray hair. I got gray hair, guys. And my sister brought up the other day. She's like, Danielle's like, the other month, Danielle goes, "You got gray hair," and I was like, "Well, thanks for making me feel like I'm old." And she goes, "Well, you're older than me, so I don't have gray hair yet." And I was like, "Well, thank you, Danielle."
Oh my god, my hairline is receding a lot since I hit like my mid-50s.
Look at this. I'm starting up here.
Oh my god! But your fucking forehead doesn't look like Rocky Dennis. Mine's starting to look like fucking.
I got my dad's forehead. My dad has a big forehead.
I look like fucking Rocky Dennis. I'm all, and the sun shining on my face. That's what I look like right now.
That's right. Benjamin Franklin was a gigolo.
I'm all fucking mask over here.
I got my dad's forehead, and let me tell you, my dad's forehead, look at this forehead. This is not the most attractive. Did anybody ever say to someone, you have an attractive forehead? Because I don't.
Look at you, Dave said. He said, way too, Lisa. Poor Dusty. Sorry, man. She's a meanie. Yes, she is. She is a meanie.
No, I was just saying the hairstyle. If you let it grow, it would look like Benjamin Franklin's hairstyle.
Yeah, no, I need to get it high and tight again, like I usually do. I usually always. I mean, I felt off with the pandemic, and it's like stupid to fucking use as an excuse. It's been like how many years? But yeah, it's like I stopped, cutting my hair. It was like I was always cutting my hair short.
I mean, I can't really talk because my hair looks like the berries and cream guy.
What you need to do is stop cutting your fucking hair. Jesus Christ! When you cut your hair, oh my god!
Look,
no, when you cut your hair,
yeah.
The
last time I cut my hair, it's been a while. You know who cut my hair recently? I showed you a picture of who cut my hair recently.
Well, yeah, your mother. I mean, if your mother does it, because she's a beautician, or if you, go have it done, that's different. But cutting it yourself, that last fucking whack job you did on yourself, you look pretty fucking crazy.
You know what?
Look pretty fucking crazy.
Let me tell you why I did it, guys. Let me explain why I did it. Because I had bleached my hair and it had fell out. My hair was falling out of clumps. So I had to cut it to have the hair regrow because I thought I knew how to bleach my hair. Next thing you know, I'm bleaching my hair like crazy. And then the next thing you know, I noticed that chunks of my hair are falling out. And in order to keep my hair intact, I had to cut it.
Paulina, Dusty, I know the secret to stopping receding hairline. Do you want it? I would love to have it. What is it? Nathan said, Dusty, just get yourself a good Halloween mask. Boom, perfect hair forever. It's true. That's true. Nate does have perfect hair.
And yeah, he does. And
Mm-hmm.
that time when I did that, it's because I had thought I knew how to bleach my hair, so I went and bought this bleach from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I mixed it up with the developer, and I put it on my hair. And next thing you know, I'm looking at my hair, and some of my hair is falling out of my head. And I was like, oh, I over bleached it. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I got to cut this hair off because now my hair is damaged. And I never haven't bleached my hair since then because I'm too afraid to bleach my hair. I don't want that to happen again.
I think that there's treatments that you can do that could have got it halfway decent before instead of just having to cut it off. I think there's some, I think that there's treatments you could have done,
I didn't
but you
know
just cut
that.
it off, and you totally had that Danny DeVito in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest look going. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Do
I was
you
like,
think, you know
Lisa.
what? You know what? If I could
Uh,
take it all back, I would not bleach my hair. Because the reason why I bleach
mm-hmm.
my hair is because my sister Danielle was telling me if you want to achieve a certain
Mm-hmm.
color, you have to bleach your hair to blonde to have a color.
Mm-hmm.
And and then I did that and I overdid it.
Swap. You can get it at the 99 cents. Well, there is no more 99 cent store. You can get a Dollar Tree now. There you go.
Let me tell you about
Swap.
Suave. I buy Suave from
Mm-hmm.
Walmart, and that
Yes.
stuff is really good. I buy it for $5. It really works
Mm-hmm.
good.
At least don't cut your hair. It helps you balance. Is your mom a stylist? Something leave your hair in her hands only. Besides, it's hard to see your own head. It is. Otherwise I would cut my own hair because I have like all of the stuff to do it, but I can't cut my own hair. I can't get around my big old fat head and do it correctly.
No,
So
James, that's one color I won't dye my hair is green. I
oh, I'm sorry.
that's one color I won't dye my hair. I usually keep my hair to like red or purple. If I do it like a burgundy color, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I won't do green is because I have this nightmare of looking like Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice, with that like awful green hair.
Yeah.
And I think
Okay.
people who have those kind of like overly, no offense, but people who have that kind of shade of green, they're
Mm-hmm.
usually associated with being not mentally there or mentally well. People with that shade of green.
You mean like chicks that will like go to like Kim Kardashian's store with a machete and like
Yeah,
freaking okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Nate says I use Garnier isn't it called Fruit Teas? Fruit Teas
yeah.
Garnier
It's
fruit.
good.
Yeah, we use that here. Me myself
Oh,
personally, I don't use anything special. What I always end up doing is I end up using whatever they buy and they stick in the freaking shower. So it sometimes it's Pantene, sometimes it's Tresemme, sometimes it's Garnier Fruit Teas. Just depends. Steps for
oh,
get a
uh,
cardboard shipping mailer shaped like a record. Put it inside Saturday Night Fever and Lord Nero. Ship to a girl from India. Have an IPA. I could probably do the rest of those steps, but I can't do. I'm trying to cut back on the IPAs. No more IPAs.
look, Paulina, I appreciate
Hmm.
the commitment to it, but you know what? You know what? There's got to be better ways to stop this receding hairline.
Yeah. Like, can't you tell me like use lemon or something? No, lemon would fry your hair. Bleach has lead in it. Bougie. Nice, Nate. I shave my own head. It's easy to
Wait,
maintain.
they have lead in
Yes.
bleach?
I would shave my own head, but I've already got enough fucking cheeks everywhere. Maybe after I lose some weight and my face thins out a little bit more, maybe I can go ahead and do a buzz cut. But right now, it'd just be like if I cut my hair. And Mira was like, "Oh, no, it's not your short hair. It makes your face look fat. It's your fat face." There you
Well,
go.
Paulina, you definitely would make a good politician.
Oh, Nate says, "Pretty sure it's." Oh, fuck this! I just got that.
Oh my god.
I just got it's fuck this. Oh my god, I just got. Duh. Haha, Paulina. VO5 is good.
I
Hey,
mean,
Trish.
Hop Frog, the very
Can't let her go
first,
for trying. Uh-huh.
Hop Frog, the very first hairdo I did was blonde at
Mm-hmm.
17 because my brother
Mm-hmm.
was a 10 at the time, right? So my brother was like, I want to go blonde. So my mom took
Mm-hmm.
me, who was 17, and my brother, who was 10 at the time, to
Mm-hmm.
CVS and got us this like L'Oreal blonde bleaching thing. And so I
Yes.
went. My brother's hair came out blonde, and guess what color my hair came out?
Orange.
orange as or like carrot top, like the color of carrot. My
You
hair
look
came
like a
out
you.
orange.
Did you look like a fucking kumquat or what?
No, in my senior year picture, you've got me with blonde hair and brown hair. I look like a freaking raccoon. People would not let it down for months. People were like, "Hey, Carrot Top, looking good with your bleach hair." I never ever colored my hair orange after that. Never.
Fucking werewolf. He said, "Shave the head, keep the glasses, enjoy your new life as intellectual butterbean." There you go.
If you shave your head, you could say you're a Buddhist monk.
Could work. Could work. Paulina, contact Dusty Center, work something out. Come on, Chris. Your dad had too many records. We won't miss. Actually, we were talking about last night. You were there. I think Dave was there last night, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah. That I'm going to start a small purge. I'm going to see what I have doubled up in here, and whatever releases not take, I'm going to start VCLTing like a motherfucker, probably more than likely. Because I know that I've got a lot of
If it's emo, I'll take your emo.
Yeah. So I mean, I gave you some doubles, but I didn't.
Well, you gave me.
Such a small amount. Yeah.
You gave me He gave me the creme de la creme when it comes to emo music. He gave me the kill.
Oh, that's 30 Seconds to Mars.
That is the creme de la creme. When people talk about emo music, they talk about that song because that song and The Poor Bride's a Whore. I chimed in with the
when people end up thinking emo music, those are the two songs they think of. They think of freaking,
or they think
I write sins, not tragedies.
Or they think of When I Was a Young Boy, My Father.
The Black Parade, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's an album, to tell you the truth, that is one album that has discouraged me from going multiple editions, because that album had so many fucking editions within a short span of time. It's like, and I bought every fucking one of them. I bought Living with Ghosts, which was supposed to be the 10-year anniversary. I bought the original pressing. I have the original pressing. Then I have a repressing. Then I have the picture disc. I don't know how many times I've bought that fucking album. I've bought that album, I don't know how many times. So, Dusty, don't give Lisa the Men Without Hats album.
Why not?
I have the Men Without Hats.
What's so bad about that album? I like Men Without Hats.
I gotta do a safety dance. You don't do a safety dance? I like Lisa in that video, though, when she's dancing with the lead singer. Do it. Do it, Lisa.
You can dance. I love that song. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
Do it, Lisa. Come on out.
Friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. You can dance and sing. You can dance and sing.
If you got extra goth or emo or rocked eyeliner, I'll probably just end up looking like Heath Flick from Prodigy. That's a visual.
Or he could be like a goth version. He could be a goth version of what's that guy? The one in Harry Potter. He could be a goth version of him.
Yeah, she does play a lute in that video, doesn't she? Yeah, you play a lute in that video.
I do.
If their best song is not Safety Dance, but Where Do the Boys Go? Okay, well, good Canadian band. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa was great in that video, though, wasn't she?
I was representing my short homies in that video. I'm 4'5". Dusty saw me in real life, and he was like, "Dang, you really are short in real life."
Well, I mean, I was surprised how tall she was, because when you tell a joke long enough, you start to believe it yourself, even. And I think that I had convinced myself she was going to be real small, and then when she got out of the car, I was like, "Okay, she's kind of tall." She is very small, though. It's like, I know a lot of people always try to say, "Lisa's fat. You're fat, Lisa. Lisa's fat." Yeah. Lisa is not fat. Not fat. Yeah. But
I am still considered short for my height, because anything below 5'4" is considered short, and I'm just at the cusp of I'm 5'3.5", so now everybody knows that that's my height. I was measured by my doctor.
Yeah, she has a really small build, unusually large head. Unusually large head. No, I'm just kidding. I'm giving her a fucking complex. That's like, my head's too big.
No, I got my dad's forehead, but yeah, no, I don't. I mean, my build is my build is small. It's not that big. I like to call myself fun size. I like to call myself fun size. I got a little chunkiness to me, but I'm not
fun sized.
I'm not Oompa Loompa size.
Because you're pretty sure from my height. I'm dying. Yeah. It's all good. My stepmom and my sister are both 4'10". I have a cousin who I think that she's legally just a little bit taller than a dwarf. My cousin Chris, she's a little bit taller than a dwarf. She's really fucking short. And I think she's the same height sideways. Yeah.
I mean,
she's big.
When you think about it, when I was young, I wanted to be like 5'7" because I thought 5'7" was the perfect height.
Yeah.
Because my sister Angela is 5'6" or 5'5", and my sister Danielle is a little taller than me, and I was like, I guess I took after my mom because my mom is 5'2", 5'1". Yeah. My mom is short.
Lisa is not short; she is condensed, like milk.
I'm like condensed soup.
You're like condensed milk.
I'm Campbell.
Dave, how's the wife doing? Yeah, actually, I'm sorry, I did not even ask that, Dave. How is your wife doing? How is Jen? Hope she is good.
He said in the chat that he's getting a call back, so we'll see. Update us on how everything is going with your family.
Sweet. My son, my oldest son, he's still going to school for what it is he wants to do because he wants to work as a special education teacher.
Yeah.
Weird to say. Yeah, he's trying to get his license credentials, his degree, to do that. But he got another job working for, I think it's like PSA grading baseball cards and Pokemon cards and stuff like that. And he's making like almost $30 an hour doing that. I was like, damn, pretty good,
So he wants to become a teacher, get his credentials. That's what the angle. Because my sister's a teacher. My dad was a teacher for 40 plus years. So yeah, my dad ended up getting a master's. I don't know if your son's gonna go for that far, but yeah, once you get your credentials, you can work at pretty much any school, and then working as a special education teacher. Is that what he wants to do?
Yeah.
He'll be responsible for IEPs.
Yes.
Responsible for making sure that because special education teachers have to do like adaptive stuff for kids. Most of the kids in their class have learning disabilities. I mean, I was in special education, so I had an IEP once a year. They would discuss how my growth was going in class, and I just think it's cool. My dad and my sister are teachers, very good. They love what they do. And I think he would be good at it.
Every year at the IEP, they'd be like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Lisa, Mr. Groovy Lisa. For this year's growth, we noticed that Lisa's butt grew 4 inches.
I told you guys the story.
Like this year, we're trying to keep the growth under 2 inches, but we don't think it's going to work because it's growing at an exorbitant rate. There you go." I thought about being a teacher once, but I probably would teach the kids proper pranking. I guess it was for the best. I have a BSA for bullshit artists. I remember my ex-wife used to make fun of that one scene from History of the World Part 1 with Mel Brooks when he's like trying to like collect unemployment. And she's saying, "Oh, what do you do?" He's like, "I'm a philosopher." And she's like, "Oh, a bullshit artist." And he's all, "Yes." And she's all, "Did you bullshit last week?" He's all, "No." "Did you bullshit this week?" "No." "Did you try to bullshit this week?" "No." That part was hilarious. You should say, "That's fucking you." Have you bullshitted anybody today? Yeah, see, Fred knows the movie. You know what I was watching the other night, and I don't even know if we have any black people in this freaking chat, but I cringe now because, you look at things everybody looks at everything. Most people, even if you were not someone who wants to be politically correct, that you watch something nowadays and you're just kind of like, "Ooh, that was a bit much." I was watching fucking Blazing Saddles. And there's that fucking scene always makes me go, damn. The scene where it's like the sheriff is riding into town and the guy's up on top of the roof and he's yelling. He's all, "The new sheriff's son." And he's yelling at what he is, You can't hear him over the horses and shit. And they're all, "What? The new sheriff is..." And I was just like sitting there going, fuck, how'd they get away with this shit? I was like, damn.
There's a lot of things they
Pretty
got
funny.
away with.
Mm-hmm.
In older movies, you can get away with. Nowadays, people are too PC, and it just wouldn't fly. But in the 70s and the
Yeah.
60s and the 50s, there's a lot of things. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I need to go
Yeah.
revisit that movie.
Yeah.
I was like thinking when Fred said this, I was thinking this could be an ad for like a medicine. Have you BS today? You could take BS for 7 milligrams. I don't know why.
Put an I in front of it. There you go. Have you IBS today? Oh my God, there you
go. Thankfully, not recently.
Have you IBS today? No. Okay. Now, would you say when never mind. I'm not going to go down that road. Fuck that. I was going to say, what foods make you IBS? I'm like, I don't think anybody wants to hear that shit.
No, anyways, nobody wants.
Speaking of,
I'll spare
no
them.
pun intended.
I'll spare them. I'll spare them that because they don't want to know about that. If they do. Oh,
speaking of stomach problems, it's like really crazy. I was gonna, since actually we got Fred in here, I think I was telling you the other day. Remember how I would have problems with the stomach pains and stuff like that? Well, when I went to the doctor, they checked it, and they were like, they're like, oh yeah, well, you're probably having some problems with your gallbladder. It'd probably be a good idea for us to, work on that, getting it taken out. Da da da. And they said, but they said your levels aren't really that, that raised, so they're not that concerned about it right now. But they said it's something we're going to look into after we work on everything else. And I was like, okay. But I was remembering that King Cobra JFS. That was one of the things that he had complained about the night that he died. Is he was like saying I've been up, I've been pooping, I've been puking, my stomach is killing me, my whole side. I can't sleep, blah, blah, blah. I'm sweating, I feel blah, blah. Because that's how I feel when I get that shit. I feel like, I can't sleep. I don't do the, puking, pooping or anything. But the other thing that scared the shit out of me too was, no pun intended. The other thing that scared the shit out of me was when Fred was saying that he had those same symptoms and he went to the hospital and they said, you didn't come in within so many hours or you didn't come in tonight, you would have been dead in the morning or some shit. I think. Didn't you say something like that, Fred? I fucking think about that. It scares the shit out of me. So like now when I get those pains, I'm like, oh, should I go into the hospital?
I mean, would removing a gallbladder solve all those problems?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, but that's all they think it is. They think it's my gallbladder. They think it's just.
So they didn't find anything else, no ulcers or anything. That's good.
Oh, okay. Fred said, I almost died from my gallbladder, but it didn't make me feel sick. My side just hurt all day until I couldn't take it anymore and had to. Yeah, what happens to me is kind of like a numbing pain. It's kind of like it's a pain. It's like gnawing, but it's not like, unbearable. Like my kid's mother, when she had to have her gallbladder out, she was in unbearable pain. Like she was keeled over. For me, it's just like, it's heavy discomfort. So I think that's the reason why they said, okay, well, it's something we have to work on. And when they did whatever, check it out and, it's not a priority right now, but they said, yeah, we're going to have to get to that, soon, but I was like, all right. But, yeah, Fred said it was really bad. I don't think mine's that bad yet. Cause they said that the levels of, my lipid levels or whatever, I guess stuff on my liver and stuff like that was slightly elevated.
Yeah, that would scare me because that happened to me one time. I went to the doctors, and because I was in so much pain, and it turns out I was super dehydrated. And what does the doctor tell me? He goes, "Well, good thing you got in when you did." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Because if you didn't get in sooner, you would have been dead." I was like, "Gee, I'm sitting here on the I'm sitting here on the doctor's office, whatever they have whatever they call that thing." And he's telling me I would have died if I didn't come in sooner. I was like,
yeah, that's some scary shit. That's some scary shit. Like I had an ex whose mother said that she was having shoulder pain. She's all, yeah, I was like having like back shoulder pain and it was bothering me all day. And it was just kind of like bothering me. And she's all, I happened to go into she went to the hospital for somebody else. She was taking somebody else to the hospital. And she was telling the doctor about it. The doctor's all, let me take a look at this. And he's all, how long has it been like that? She's all, like 6 or 7 hours. And he's like, okay. And he did order a blood test. She was having a fucking heart attack that whole time.
Wow.
And he was like saying, yeah, he's all, do you realize how lucky you are that you brought this other person to the hospital? And you would have just went home and fucking gone to bed or something. You probably wouldn't have woke up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's scary when you hear shit like that. People who just got lucky.
They said the same thing to my dad. They said to my dad, if you would have came in the next day, you would have been dead. And I'm like, that's one way to scare me. That scared me shit. That scared me like crazy. That's why I went on the little weight loss journey I did during 2018, because I was like, shit, that was enough to scare me. And then the guy said to me, well, good news, as they're putting like 2 IVs into me. They're like, you're super dehydrated, but these IVs will help you.
Yeah.
And after that, I was scared. I was like, I do not want to have that. So now that's why I drink water. I drink water every day.
You hydrate all the time.
Because I don't want to end up in the hospital again.
Hot Frog said the surgery for that is so much easier. They do it with a scope and minor incisions. Yes. My grandma had it done in the 80s, and I think the doctor mistook her for a shark. Nowadays, they end up taking laparoscopic, they call it now. That's probably what they did to Fred. They go in there, and they're just like, with these large poles. They almost look like those poles that old people grab stuff off of shelves with. They almost look like that. They just go there.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, after they open you up, it's like you have 3 small holes. Yeah. Yeah, the recovery time is greatly reduced. They almost want to kick you out that night. It's like it's getting to that point now where they're like, oh, okay, well, you're good to go. You can go home. Just go home, take some ibuprofen. Good night. And they want to kick you out right away now. It's like they don't keep you in the hospital anymore like they used to.
No, they don't. I mean, because they got to pay you. I mean, you got to pay for each day you're in the hospital. Like when my dad...
Yeah.
When my dad was in a hospital recently, he spent a week in the hospital, and it was expensive. Like it was well over. I don't know. Was it 20K? It was expensive for him because he was in a hospital. He was in a hospital for a week, so it's pretty scary. My dad's been in and out of the hospital for many years, but you just realize when you're in that hospital, you're thinking about it. Wow, it's expensive just to be in a hospital bed for
holy
even
shit.
a day.
Fred saying that he was back to work in 3 days. I mean, if you're feeling good enough and you're feeling jiggy and up to it. I mean, it's like, because I mean, the stuff that they use now to seal everything off, it's like mostly, I think it's like cauterized. It's like they almost like weld you together just about. So it's like as soon as they do it, it's like you're almost permanently, it's permanently fixed. It's like you go do whatever, The worst was when the guy at work had his snip. He came back to work 2 days later. I kept cracking jokes to make him laugh. Yeah. Same thing happened with my friend Caesar. Same thing. It's like he went in, and that he's the one who's been trying to talk me into it for the longest time. So I'll just go. He's like, I got 3 kids, man. Just go let them snip it, and then you could just go ahead and be busted nuts all over town. He's all just go have it done, because he said when he went in and did it, it was almost like outpatient. He went in there. He went in the morning. They shaved it. They did it. He went home. He kept his nuts on ice for a couple of days, and he was done. He was back at it. Lol. They use super glue. Seriously, glue. Yes, they do. On this varicose vein that I actually had pop on me, that I thought I was gonna fucking die from. I mean, I was so overly dramatic with it. Now that I look back on it, but it was fucking scary. They did the same thing. They put Dermabond on it, and that Dermabond, I was like, how the fuck is a drop of glue gonna fix me? Yeah, it's like
so that's stuff what they do. They don't do the sutures anymore and the stitching.
No, it was too small to suture. They said if it had been a cut or something, they said something in there where they can get like 1 or 2 stitches in. They could have gotten. They said it was such a pinhole that they didn't know what to do. And they're like, oh, we're just gonna put Dermabond on. And they put Dermabond on it, and it sealed it.
Because I got some gnarly scars.
Yeah, because for one thing, it was like it kept bleeding. It was spurting out or whatever. And I mean, how the fuck did the nurse not know what to do? And then they finally called in the trauma guy, the guy who who takes care of gunshots and all that shit. And he comes in, he's like, "Oh, just press it." He's like, and he pressed it, and he pressed it hard, and he held it there for like 5 minutes, and it just stopped. And he put the Dermabond. He's like, "Oh, that's it." And then I got scared because I was like, "Oh, okay, I have to be careful." He's like, "Nah, it's Dermabond." And he goes, "It's good," and he walked off. I was like, after he smacked, I was like, "You're gonna fucking open me up again," He's like, nah, big boy. He
said burning balls is making him cringe, and he said, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but he said, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd rather talk about the Beatles. I wonder. The
Carterization is like,
I mean, Paul seems like he was a very active Beatle when it came to women. I mean, he had a kid in his 60s, right, or 70s.
Do you think that any of the Beatles were fixed? Paulina.
I imagine that Paul probably got fixed after he had Beatrice because he's like, I'm not gonna have another kid.
Paulina's gonna be like, it is actually very common knowledge that.
Well, Ringo has 4 kids, right?
Paul was snipped in December of 1989. No,
yeah, he was. Yeah, Paul was snipped. Yeah. Paul was snipped after the album Press to Play, but then again, but then again, he had Beatrice in 2003. So obviously, Paul, he likes his one-legged women.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would be Mason. Mason would be like, oh, well, wasn't Paul snipped after Press to Play?
Was Brian Wilson snipped?
Yeah. Because in that, like, one of the albums that all the Paul McCartney people are like always talking about, like, Press to Play. And what was the other one? Yeah, it's Press to Play. Press to Play is the one that it seemed like for a while there, everyone in the Beatles community was like on a kick about it, talking about that album.
I mean, you can still have a kid, right? If you get fixed.
Well, from what I understand, I mean, they can cut it and cauterize it. They can do that. But from what I understand with that is if you don't go and empty it out, because after they fix it, you still got stuff in there.
Yeah.
You still got a couple of like rounds in the chamber. If you don't go and empty it out, the next time you do it, yeah. And it's going to be a lot because, it's going to, whatever's left is going to come out. So maybe maybe that's what happened.
Maybe that's why Nikki Sixx has a kid.
Yeah. Yep. I remember I saw Nikki Sixx on Melrose with his kid buying shoes like it had to have been the late 80s. I was like I think I was like, in college.
Doesn't he have another kid, Nikki Sixx? I could have sworn he had a younger kid.
Did you ever hear the Paul McCartney song about Heather called I Saw Her Leaning There? That Dave the Pickup Artist right there. Are you Dave the Pickup Artist, James?
I mean, they had an ugly divorce. Him and Heather Mills. I think they had like a very ugly divorce.
Yeah, I heard she didn't have a leg to stand on.
No, she didn't. But Paul McCartney, Paul McCartney probably took her leg in the divorce settlement.
Yeah. They said she doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Well, because you know how in California, maybe that's where he was living at the time, it's 50-50. He probably took the other leg for insurance purposes.
Isn't it Dolan who has a complete aversion to when people mention her name? Like he gets like,
yeah. There's 3 things. There's actually 3 things that I can think of off the top of my head that Dolan doesn't like. And I remember he told me,
kidding, James. I'm just kidding.
You guys want to hear the list of who Dolan apparently doesn't like? And he doesn't like Heather Mills, James Taylor.
But what's the reason, though? What's the reason,
I don't
for Heather
know.
Mills?
James Taylor and Bruce Springsteen.
How could you not like James Taylor? What the fuck did James Taylor do to anybody?
I don't know. He doesn't like James Taylor, apparently. I'm
like, fuck. And you know what? I should send him a fucking message like he sent me. I should be like, are you out of your fucking mind? What do you mean you don't like James Taylor?
He hates Bruce Springsteen, too.
Well, Bruce Springsteen, I can see he's got a lot of enemies because, I mean, I like Bruce Springsteen, but there's a lot of people, who don't like him for his political, views like that. But James Taylor, come on now.
He showers the people with love, and he tells people how sweet it is to be loved by you.
Yeah, I was about to say, James Taylor's never fucking came out and been political or anything. So it's like, why would anybody
Taylor
hate him?
sings about fire and rain in Mexico, and he's like all happy. It's like, I can understand not liking Ted Nugent, but James Taylor just minds his own business.
Yeah,
he lives in his quiet town or wherever he lives in New England. Yeah.
I love that line. Fragile must be Italian. For the longest time, I swear to God, and I felt like my ex-wife fucking broke it on purpose, just like they broke that lamp in the movie. I had a little light-up ornament of the leg lamp, and I used to put it on the tree every year. My ex-wife fucking hated it. She hated it. She hated that movie. She still to this day hates that fucking movie. She hates fucking Christmas Story. So, it conveniently, out of all the ornaments on the tree, it was the one that fell off of the tree and broke.
I love that. I love that movie. My dad told me that when he was in elementary school, all the kids wanted that gun. That was a very big present for the kids in the 50s. The Red Ryder gun.
James Taylor was his handyman. He even said, "You got a friend, but he still won't return my call."
Yeah. I asked him why he hated James Taylor. He just like, I don't like him. I was like, that's not a good enough
Go,
answer.
why do you not like James Taylor? He's like, I don't know. I just don't like him.
I swear
something about that guy. I just don't like him.
I swear I heard it on an interview. I heard it on a stream one time we were doing. And I was like, I like James Taylor. What do you got against him? He goes, I just don't like him. I can understand why he doesn't like Bruce Springsteen, because Bruce Springsteen is too in your face.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. But James
Taylor. Like, what did James Taylor? Can you guys give one good reason in the chat why you should hate James Taylor?
I don't know. I think we're going too deep into his psyche. I don't think we're never. If we go down that rabbit hole, we're never gonna fucking climb out.
You know what?
If we try and figure it out,
Phil Collins. Phil Collins. I love you. I say that.
That's a Lisa-ism. See, that's called Lisa brain fart. Now, see, you saying that is kind of like in tune with him not liking James Taylor. It's like it makes no fucking sense.
It makes no fucking sense.
It's like your brain just like kind of. It's like when your brain just kind of farts, and this happens to Lisa. Sometimes it's like her brain goes Phil Collins, so it like popped up in her brain. She's like, I'm Phil Collins. I just want to say I love you. I just want to say that. You know, that's brain fart. There you go.
Oh, his 70s mustache. Yeah, James Taylor had that mustache in that one album cover, Slim James or something.
Werewolf said his hairline. And don't mention J.K. Rowling.
Yeah,
there you go. I was going to say his 70s mustache. That could work. I've heard that Earth is round and it's made of water. No, the water is carbonated, though. I'm confused now. Is the world really flat?
The world is full of Pellegrino.
Pellegrino.
My dad loves Pellegrino. That's all he drinks. He doesn't drink regular water. He has to drink Pellegrino. He's that spoiled. Love my dad.
Yeah, I can't grow a mustache because I look way Mexican when I do it. Every time I grow a mustache, all my friends make jokes. You know, I've heard them all. I've heard from like, you know, the fluffers around the corner, you know, because it's the 70s porn stash. I've heard that. I've heard, oh, you're here to cut my trees. Can you start with a palm tree out front? Because I look like a beaner. You know, I've heard them all, you know, when I grow a mustache.
You look like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, I should do the Burt Reynolds. I should like jump up on the counter and like cover my wiener with my hand. It takes both hands. Yeah, right.
Pellegrino is tap water. My dad will still drink it because he's bougie like that. He'll still drink it. I love
Pellegrino. I love it, but you know,
we get it when it's on sale. My dad.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. We have to get it when it's on sale. We don't. It's $19 for like. You know like I was looking at water at Costco, and the alkaline water is like 9 bottles for like $10.
And what's so fucking stupid is all you basically do. I had one of my friends turn around and show me. All she did was she went ahead and she took my Soda Stream. She took some freaking water from like because I have water bottles that I get water from that I drink from. She took water from the water bottle. She put a touch of salt in it. And then she like hit it with a Soda Stream, and I tasted it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that tastes like Pellegrino." She's all right. See, she's all, they could be fucking giving you tap water. You don't even know it. So like James said there, Pellegrino's tap water. It could be for all you know.
The Italian people just want to give us tap water. You know, those Italian people, they don't like us.
Distilled water in the baby oil is better. I don't really drink distilled water. The other thing I don't understand is people who turn around and they say, "Drink your water with alkaline." I just don't do it.
I don't. You know? I drink the water that's filtered in my fridge, and that works for me. But the thing about it is, what's this? I often put sea salt and lemon in my water. I have lemon. I should try that.
But the thing I'm thinking is, well, for me, it's like because I've had problems with blood pressure. It's like I'm just trying to stay away from salt. But I was told by another doctor that is a friend of mine. He said, you don't stay away from salt. He's all, you should cut it back. He's all, but your body needs salt. And that's one of the things he said a lot of doctors try and do is they try and like have you cut back from salt completely. And he said, that's not good for you either. Your body needs a certain amount of salt.
You're going to get a goiter if you don't have salt, a little bit of salt.
Lisa has Pellegrino coming out of the taps. People forget that she's rich. She even has a piano that not many can afford. I know. Lisa's out here fucking piano shaming people still.
You don't have a $3,200 piano. I do. It never came back to my dream. Never came back.
That was so fucking horrible, man. You and your piano shaming. You actually have to have salt tubs or the minerals and hydrate. Yep. I have to have alkaline water, or drinking regular water feels empty for me.
Well, I'm empty. I'm empty inside. That's why I drink regular water.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that there's a lot of people when they get older, they drink alkaline water. You know what? Actually, no. I'm a liar. I think the water that we get when we take it to the place to refill it, 'cause we get these 5-gallon jugs. I think we get the alkaline water. I usually keep a gallon of distilled water, but I don't keep it that long. But I usually keep distilled water to clean records.
Yeah.
But I think everything that we drink in the house is alkaline water.
Is it any different? I mean, is it any different drinking alkaline versus regular water? Because I've been drinking filtered water for a very long time. I don't know. Is there any reason why I should be drinking alkaline over my filtered water? Is there any benefit to it?
I have no idea. And that's what I was thinking of actually getting was the filter, as opposed to having to drag these freaking 5 gallons.
You should.
To the throw them in the car and then drive all.
You can get them. We have a filter in one of our sinks. And let me tell you, having filtered water is a game changer. No, having filtered water is a game changer because we used to do exactly the same thing as you when I was little. My dad used to go and get the jugs, and he would bring it and get the water put in the jugs. Mm-hmm. And when we remodeled our house in 1995, we got the filtered water, and let me tell you, you never go back.
Lisa would buy Funko Pop water. Well, Lisa's kind of built like a Funko Pop. That's why.
Yes, I am built like a Funko Pop.
Big old head, small body.
I'm built. I'm built like a radish or something.
There you go. Lisa needs a. We're gonna start you know what? That's gonna be your fucking nickname from now. We're gonna call you Liberace. You and your expensive fucking piano.
Yeah. I'm Elton John. I'm Liberace. Lisa needs a golden cab. Oh yes, I do.
That's what I'm saying. You need a golden candelabra on your fucking piano because you're always talking about like my piano is way more. I mean, you fucking shit. Poor guy told me like this piano costs more than you'll make in your how long did you say his life?
I said more than he would make at work in a month or something like that. No, I found out our piano wasn't $3,200. You know how much it cost?
$32.
No, my parents paid close to $5K for that piano.
Oh Jesus Christ! So it was even more.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So now you're just waiting and laying in wait for the next victim to say something stupid and be like, I said there's and this is a $5,000 piano.
Yeah, but then there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that they say that's supposed to prevent cancer or have so alkaline water is supposed to help me prevent cancer and have better blood flow. I'm gonna have to go to Costco and try this alkaline water theory, but it's expensive. That's why I don't usually buy it.
From what I mean, I've had alkaline water before. It doesn't taste any different to me, but yeah, I know that it does have benefits. It does,
but I'm just like, when I go to Costco, right, and I buy the bottled water. The filtered bottled water is $3.25 and the alkaline $10. And I kind of think to myself, do I want to spend the $10 for 9 bottles of water, or do I want to spend the $3.25 and get like 24 bottles of water? I mean, because my mom likes a good deal. We're Asian. Asians love cheap shit. You won't catch us buying alkaline water.
When Lisa plays her piano, it's always reversed. I couldn't afford the piano now. He has really high therapy bills.
I'm not discounting the alkaline water. I do want to try it, but I think maybe I'll just buy 1 bottle just to try it and see if there's any benefits to it.
I get a case of alkaline water, 16 bottles for $4. Hop Frog, he couldn't. My fingers ain't working. Well, Jesus Christ. You got Lisa over here. It's got $5,000 pianos and candelabras, drinking alkaline water. She wipes her butt with gold toilet paper or some shit.
Well, shoot, I'm not, maybe my stores have them too expensive, but I've been drinking this filtered water for years. I think I'm gonna stick with it. Although the alkaline water does sound great, but if it's like no benefits to the filter water, I mean, if there's no benefits to alkaline, because they say that about a lot of things. If you eat this, it'll prevent cancer. But to me, Are we truly going to ever prevent cancer? You can eat the healthiest in the world and still
Mm-hmm.
have cancer.
You just got. I mean, you just got to do your own research and stuff like that. But I
I'll have to
mean,
look into it.
You know, and find out what's going on with alkaline water or whatever. I mean,
that's what I do. That's what I do, Hot Frog. I've been drinking the regular water.
I actually have to get back on the water. I mean, I'm still drinking water, but I kind of like fallen off drinking water because I got into those sparkling waters that are flavored with like, you know, black raspberry and or whatever, blackberry or whatever. Yeah, I've gotten into those, and those are what is the name of it? It's the thing. No. How do is it pronounced correctly? Is it aspartame or aspartame?
I forgot. Aspartame, I heard, is aspartame, not supposed to be good for you.
They say it's supposed to be cancer causing.
Yeah.
But I've been drinking a lot of that, and I think I need to cut back on that and do more water again. Because I was drinking copious amounts of water. But the thing that I didn't like about drinking so much water is I was peeing so much. But then again, that was also probably good for my, you know, my kidneys and, you know, everything else. So,
I mean, you could always get like the flavored stuff. There's just like one brand, I forgot what the name of it, Liquid IV or something. And they got these flavored stuff that you can put in the water to make your water taste like juice.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be good, but I just drink my water with ice. I know some people are going to be like, I don't drink my water with ice. You're heathens. Who drinks their water without ice? I don't. I can't. Heathens drinking the water without ice.
Lisa, she dressed up like Tom Holtz from Amadeus.
Oh my God. I remember that movie.
And I'll dress up like, what was the name of the other guy? What was his name? Salieri?
Yeah.
Salieri. And we go.
Lisa, use your index finger, put it on the top of your nose, and see if the second knuckle hits the top of your nose.
The tip of your nose.
Let me see.
You've never heard about that?
I don't think it does. How?
Okay, try it. Okay. Index finger. Okay, what you have to do is you put it at the top of your nose, the very top. The top, right here. Like right here. No, seriously. Seriously, it's the thing. Okay, what? Go ahead.
This.
No. The top of your nose, like between where your eyebrows are.
Oh no.
Go no. Seriously, like this. Watch. Like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, does your second knuckle hit the tip of your nose?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's not good.
Wait, is it like this?
No. You have to go straight.
Straight. Okay.
Okay. No, a little bit lower. No. The middle. Go. I'll tell you when to stop. Okay. It doesn't touch, huh?
No.
Oh, that's not good.
What does that mean?
That's not good.
You guys are joking with me. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. I
got it. You're all ready to go to the emergency room. Dad! Take me to the emergency room.
No, I have a scar. I have a scar right here, guys. I have a wicked scar. Yeah. You know why I have that scar? It's because when I was 9, I had this big old mold, and my dad thought it was going to turn to melanoma, so he had it removed for me when I was 9.
Oh, they had it removed?
It was like a black mold. It was starting to grow wild.
Dave said, eat healthy and still get taken out by a seagull, also known as beach chicken. Yeah, I've heard that, beach chicken. Crows are goth chickens. There you go. In case anyone was wondering.
You can eat healthy and you can still get cancer, but the thing about it is, I looked it up one time, the scientific benefits.
Yeah.
And they said that there is no evidence to prove that drinking alkaline water is going to improve your life any better than drinking filtered water. It might help you a little, but it's not going to
maybe it has a placebo effect. Some people maybe it makes them feel better. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say that, I absolutely know that it doesn't or that it does. So I don't drink soda or drink beer. I drink a lot of water with a tiny bit of lemon in it. Yes. Me, I am like I said, I'm trying to drink other things because, I can't do straight water all the time. Beer, IPAs was very easy to give up. This is hard to give up. Like this, I still have to have one every other day. I think the main reason is because my daughter is a heavy soda drinker, which she shouldn't be. So there's always cubes of this in the house.
Yeah.
And if there's cubes of this in the house and I go to the refrigerator, it's always in there nice and cold and the Pepsi's just going Dusty, come and drink me. You know I taste good. You know, and
yeah.
I can't. I'm like,
I
okay, just
mean,
one are you gonna kill me?
I mean, when I gave up soda one year, I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that I lost some weight when I gave up the soda because the soda was
Mm-hmm.
helping me gain the weight.
Oh yeah,
And
the sugar.
the thing about it is hard for me sometimes to give it up.
Uh huh.
Like every once in a while, I gotta have my soda with me because I
Yeah.
have that addiction to it. But the most recent time that I drank soda, which was like a week ago, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, this tastes really sweet to me. Like I was
Yeah.
just not really into it. I was like, I think it takes a while to lose your craving for soda.
Mm-hmm.
But I me, I love my Coca Cola. I love my Coca Cola so much that I bought some sheets from Ross that have Coca Cola on
Coca
it.
Cola, Coca Cola. You
Coca
know, now,
Cola.
now that's the only way that they can actually that I cut down on the amount of soda I intake is if they buy Coca
Yeah.
Cola because Coca Cola was like I'm not a Coca Cola drinker, and it's like I have to be desperate to drink Coca Cola. So if they bring Coca Cola in the house, it's like a break, you know.
I
And the thing is
mean,
that
yeah.
my middle son, Christopher, he loves going to Smart and Final because he buys some things in bulk. He loves Smart and Final, even more than Costco. I don't know why, but when he goes to Smart and Final, he always buys Coca Cola. He likes Coca Cola.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a TISM thing that I don't know about? I don't know. Is Coca Cola like a TISM thing?
Well, the thing about Coca Cola. Here's some facts about Coca Cola you
Uh huh.
know. During Jewish holidays, they got a special kind of Coca Cola that has the yellow
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and it's made with real sugar.
Yeah.
But is it an autism thing? I love my Coca Cola. I hate Pepsi. I'm not a fan of
But
Pepsi.
then again, no, because Pauline's autistic and she loves Pepsi. So,
Well,
uh,
maybe me and Chris have a touch of the tism.
well, Chris is my middle son is autistic. Hello, but yeah, it's like, but the thing is to get
It's a
around that, if
Yeah.
he gets like cherry Coca Cola or vanilla Coca Cola, it's on. I'll drink fucking cherry Coca Cola. I'll drink vanilla Coca Cola all day long.
I mean,
I love it. You know.
it's a joke us autism people have
Mm-hmm.
when people ask us, "Are you autistic?" I like, "Oh yeah, I just have a
Mm-hmm.
touch of the tism." Because I
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people are like, "So how much autism do you have?" I say, "A touch of the tism."
Yeah, Lisa's like I rhythm with the tism.
I risen with the tism. I go and I info dump on them about my latest
Yeah,
obsession.
this is I rhythm with the tism.
My latest obsession right now is I don't know. I don't have one.
So my latest obsession now is picking my butt. I have researched from different countries how they pick their butts. I have tried different methods of picking my butt. That is my obsession right now, picking my butt. I had a friend who was super healthy, was a rehab therapist, personal trainer. He dies while on a run. He was 70. Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm saying is like, sometimes I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to death. They'll say, oh, it's genetics, blah, blah, blah. You end up hearing of different people who are like, he jogged every day of his life. He was fit. His fucking BMI was below da 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 da. And he had a fucking heart attack. And me, knock on wood, I'm here fucking older than him. I'm like fucking 200 and something pounds more than he is. And I'm still here. But yet
Eh,
he's
yeah.
gone. It is weird.
And
It's
then you
weird.
got my grandma who ate like shit. You have my grandma who ate like shit
Mhm.
and ate all these TV dinners, ate like crap, and she made it to 90. She's
Mhm.
my dad's dad, and she didn't take care of her health.
Or like my aunt, who has outlived my dad, my uncle Manuel, my uncle, all my uncles. She's like 80 something years old. The woman drank tequila like a fucking fish. She's fucking pickled. The woman eats tacos and tamales like they're going out of fucking style and drinks tequila like a fucking bandito. And she's fucking alive. Perfectly healthy. Perfectly healthy. So I mean, sometimes I just think there's no rhyme or reason. No rhyme or reason.
I mean,
But
the
then again,
world.
that's something us fat people use as an excuse. No,
Yeah.
we don't have to be exercise to be healthy. So hey, what's up, Ray?
Hey, Ray.
Ray's all, I don't like Pepsi. I don't really. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm stereotyping, but I really don't think that people from the UK. I don't really think that they like Pepsi. Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Don't you like have like your own brands of like?
I mean, what do you have out there in the UK? Like, what's the number one soda brand?
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Ray's all. I drink Monster.
Ray is like, I need all that energy. You know what? You know what is the craze right now that people are drinking? Did you hear about the girl who died from drinking Alani?
No.
Alani is this new energy drink that a lot of people are drinking. They even have a warning on their thing: don't consume more than the
Oh, were you talking about the shit that comes in a little blue bottle?
Yeah, Alani.
Yeah, I'd seen something about that. I think the Spill channel, and I think Wang had done something about it. How people are fucking dying, and they said that this thing is perfectly legal, but it is so fucking bad for you.
Yeah. She was 17.
They were saying that people like drink more than one, and they fucking hallucinate and all kinds of weird shit. Crazy. Hop Frog says it ain't Coca-Cola, it's rice. I remember that song.
Ray says we drink Coke.
Go straight to hell, boy.
I know, but Ray, do you have like a specific brand in the UK that you drink besides Coke?
Well, he told you we drink Coke, so obviously, that's
no, but like they probably have a UK brand that we don't get out here.
Hop Frog said, "Good boy, Ray. Just don't mix your Pop Rocks and cola, or it's actually supposed to be Mentos and cola. No, or is it Mentos and just Diet Coke? Does Mentos and like regular Coke do the same thing that Mentos and Diet Coke do? I don't know. We have supermarket brands of Coke, but Coke is much more popular than Pepsi. Yeah, Pepsi is just. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, there's more." What do you call it? Sweetness and sugar in Pepsi, or high fructose.
Yeah.
Corn syrup. There's more of it in Pepsi than there is in Coke. That's the reason why Pepsi has a different taste.
I mean, there is one Pepsi that I do like. It's the real sugar Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to drink Pepsi, get the real sugar one. That one's good.
Pepsi Max is disgusting. I went on a Pepsi Max kick for a little while when I was trying to be healthy, but yes, it is pretty gross. It's pretty gross. It's like, it's kind of like, might as well just fucking drink water. Fuck that,
Yeah.
Those energy drinks, yeah, they raise your heart rate. Most definitely do. I used to be really into drinking rock stars when I was probably late 30s, early 40s. I was really into those. I was doing like 2 a day. And I mean, big ones. And I would get these heart palpitations like, but I felt like it got me through the day, and then finally I had a really bad like panic attack after I drank one. Thought it was a heart attack, and I was like, oh, that's it. I pushed it. I broke myself. Drank my last fucking Rockstar. Fucked me up. Stopped drinking them. Yeah. When you have dry mouth, Coke is best. Yeah, but actually, Diet Root Beer gets the tallest stream. Science, biatch. I drink the Pepsi recipe. I think the Pepsi recipe has changed. I used to like it.
Maybe it's changed in the UK, but out here... Well, in the UK, they don't allow high fructose corn syrup, do they?
Well, I mean, there's different regulations, I think, probably. I mean, I think that they still have high fructose there. But I know a lot of other countries, especially around Europe, that they limit stuff that can be put in most of those soft drinks.
Yeah.
United States, we're all fucking obese fat asses here. They don't give a shit here.
According to somewhere I read, 70% of people are overweight. That's what they say here in the United States, but I'm like, yep, I'm adding to it.
And Ms. Bray says, I drink a lot of soda water these days. Yes, because I mean, I like carbonated water. I do like carbonated water. Like you said, like Pellegrino and stuff like that. It's like, if it's just water but it's just carbonated, I'm fine with that.
I love Pellegrino. I love LaCroix. I love the key lime flavor. And
yeah.
There's also this other one that I like, and I like the Costco brand of carbonated water. It's pretty good.
Dave said, but the energy drinks take the edge off for me. Actually, so it's kind of like a Ritalin type effect. Like Ritalin for regular people is like speed, but Ritalin for people who have like attention deficit disorder, stuff like that, it's like it slows them down.
Don't drink soda.
Like that for you, Dave.
You know why you don't drink soda on a real hot day? Because soda dehydrates you and makes you want more.
Really quick. My grandfather, he was diabetic. And we were having a birthday party for my son when he was, I think his 2-year birthday party or something like that. And my grandfather went nuts and was drinking sodas, and he kept on. And I was like, Grandpa, stop.
No, it doesn't.
I was like, do not, don't stop. And he kept on. He got sick. It was because of the soda. New Ringo album, Cheap Sleeve Art. I have not listened to that new Ringo album. I probably won't. I don't even think I listened to the last one. I didn't even listen to the. Wait, no, I'm a liar. I listened to the Cowboy one.
You did
the
listen
Western
to the
one.
country one. You played it for me.
Yeah, we played it in its entirety. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just
drink hot coffee on a hot day and it cools you off. Yeah.
Okay, James, are you just fucking with us?
I mean, did you hear the news happen today? Mm-hmm. Ringo died in 2003.
Okay, there you go.
So yeah, Ringo and Paul McCartney died in the same year. Crazy.
Ringo died in 1970.
Ringo's hairstyle died in 1970.
He's like dyeing his hair still, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Ringo, Ringo and my dad have that in common. My dad's like, if you dye your hair, it keeps you younger, and it makes you look younger. My dad says the women love men with dyed hair. I was like, no, I prefer you have your natural hair.
No, I mean, because you got to think at a certain age, you're not fooling anyone.
No, you're not.
You're not.
It does feel like you're having a heart attack.
It's true. It triggers your stomach. Okay. Yeah, when you get to a certain age, it's like, yeah, you're not fooling anyone.
You're not fooling people. It's like when I see people, they're like, oh my God, I want to be a blonde. And I'm like, you're 60 something. You want to be like, looking like you're Pamela Anderson on Baywatch. You're not fooling anybody. You're not a blonde.
Yes. Do you think that you would ever, like, if you were to have it professionally done, okay? Like somebody said, okay, Lisa, we're going to professionally do your hair blonde. Would you go blonde?
Hell no.
Not even if it's professionally done with, perfect blonde hair that would be able to do it. Nope.
Okay. I have the flashbacks of when I got picked on for having blonde hair, so never again.
But the reason why you got picked on is because you fucked your hair up. It's like you turn around, you didn't bleach right. I'm saying, like, if you had it professionally done in a beauty salon where your hair was going to come out tinted and everything, it was going to be perfect blonde, perfect blonde hair if you would do it.
Nope. You know why? I feel like I've tried it once. I'd be after that, and it just washed it out my face, and it doesn't go with me. The blonde doesn't go with me. It doesn't suit me. So brunette suits me. The blonde is just not me. I tried it again after that incident for my own sanity to see how it looked. The reason why I wouldn't do it is just because it doesn't suit me.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit me. Some people can pull off blonde, but this girl here with her pale skin, no, I can't pull off blonde.
Same thing with a comb over. I remember a manager at my bank had his comb over going from the back to front, ended up with Eddie Munster widow peak.
However, I would go to the salon if they could make my hair red, red on the bottom and get professionally done. I would do that because I like red. Have you seen the film? I swear it's brilliant. What film we're talking about? Just for Men. Just for Men gives you a Chinaman hair.
Like dark black.
Oh my God! You know what? It's so funny you say that, Invisible Ray, because that's my dad. That's what my dad used a lot of. Is Just for Men.
You know what I think of, like, when it comes to Just for Men? It comes to, like, okay. I think I've said it on my stream before. I think of that scene from Fever Pitch. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, Fever Pitch, but there's a scene where Drew Barrymore goes to her parents' house, and the dad comes out, and he looks like fucking Eddie Munster. And his hair is like complete fucking black. And the dog's barking at him. And he looks fucking horrible with his fucking dye job of hair because he's all wrinkled. And Drew Barrymore's like, why are you letting him do that to his hair? So, well, when I was going through menopause, he sat there and he used to fan me when I was having hot flashes. So, if he wants to do it, she's like, Mom, the dog's fucking barking at him. The dog doesn't even know who the fuck he is. Oh my God. He's all, stop letting him do that to his hair. It looks awful. And then, like, towards the end of the movie, they show that, like, he's letting it go and he's letting it grow out, and like half of his hair is black and the rest of it's like pure white. It just looks like so horrible.
I mean, I get it why some people dye their hair, but it's like, do you want to be like Wayne Newton in his 70s with black jet hair?
Yeah.
Obviously, no, Wayne Newton doesn't.
It was where I said Macca is looking like the mummy. He's falling apart.
Oh, shoe polish. I'm
kind of, unpopular opinion.
Would you ever go blonde?
No, I did do it one time though. One time I went ahead and did my whole hair blonde. You know, it was the thing. And afterwards, what I liked was afterwards, when it grew out, I got these great freaking highlights in my hair. I kind of had like the whole George Michael. Yeah, I had the whole George Michael fucking wham look from the 80s and shit. Yeah, came out pretty good. You know, so there was a bright part to it, but there was like when I first had done it, yeah, I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, what the fuck? You know, I'm whitewashing myself. I'm like, oh, that's not me. Yeah, Macca's looking like the mummy's falling apart. Dave, poor Macca. Poor Macca. Poor Kid O'Toole.
Oh.
Hey, who's talking about my girlfriend, Kid O'Toole? You need to stop that. No, okay. I'm like, oh, Kid O'Toole, I got a crush on her. It's all poor Dolan.
We're gonna do poor Dolan. We gotta, gotta do poor.
Oh, poor Dolan. Poor Dolan.
Poor me is Mr. Mean Mayo.
I'm just wondering how much longer, Paul's gonna have it going. How much longer is this gonna continue on? I evil Shelley Winters.
Evil Shelley Winters.
He's talking about Kid O'Toole.
Oh.
Paul gonna live to 100. I'm sure he's gonna live to 100, but he's gonna perform to 100? Probably not.
Yeah, he's gonna be. I mean, Dick Van Dyke's out there, deadlifting at 100. I think I should.
Yeah, but Dick Van Dyke ain't trying to go on fucking tours either, and he ain't like jumping on planes all over the world trying to go play over here and play over there and play over here.
I mean, Buddy Guy is still touring. Yeah. Buddy Guy's still touring at 89.
How old is Buddy Guy?
89,
how old is Buddy Guy?
90.
Really? Oh, Ray. I already heard the fucking riot act about Michael. Dolan turned around and wrote me and was like, he wrote one line and it said, "You must be out of your mind." And I was like, what the fuck is this all about? And I turned around, I went back and I was like, and then the next line's like, oh, Michael was a brilliant biopic. It's a brilliant biopic. Because I had said, that I didn't much like it. I was like, I didn't like it. Felt like a Lifetime movie, didn't like it. And he just got so. But the thing that I thought was he turned around and told me I must be out of my mind, and that it was a great biopic, and he hadn't even seen it yet. I mean, I'm sure by now he's seen it, but he hadn't even fucking seen it yet, and he's telling me I'm out of my mind. It's just because it's fucking Michael Jackson, he just assumes it's going to be a great movie, and hadn't even seen it. It was telling me that I was
I mean,
didn't have my opinion. But
I don't deny this. I don't deny this. Kid O'Toole, the Bush Queen of Beatles trivia. We don't deny it. She knows a lot of Beatles stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's got all those videos that she made about the Beatles.
Did you say hee hee?
I mean, there's like a corny joke. What is Michael Jackson's favorite drink? It's a corny joke. Yeah.
Let me see. So, it's just Bohemian Rhapsody 2. Actually, Bohemian Rhapsody was better.
Yeah.
The Bohemian Rhapsody went a little bit deeper, at least. I mean, you got a little bit more insight. I think with like Michael, you didn't get any insight into anything. Because I thought, okay, well, maybe they'll go a little bit deeper into, his like, creativity process or what gave me the inspiration for this. I was expecting, why isn't there a small part in there where they had somebody, and I said this last night, why isn't there a little part there where they talk about him buying the Beatles catalog and his fucking feud with Paul McCartney? Or, they missed so much stuff that they could have put in there. And now they're saying there's going to be a second part. I mean, I just don't have much hope for the second part. It's like, people are so jazzed about this part, and the whole rise. It's like, part 2 is going to be the fucking fall.
Yeah.
It's going to be the fall and how all the shit that happened. Are they going to be dancing in the fucking theaters to, the allegations of what happened? It's like, I don't think so.
We gotta know the real question. We gotta know Andy Davis will be 100 on May the 3rd, but she died 12 years ago. And here's the real question: Alice, was she with the meat man on the Brady Bunch? Because there's speculation about her, getting down with the meat man.
Oh, well, hello, of course,
Yeah, she liked her meat.
Sam the Butcher was laying down some meat. He was. Sam the Butcher was putting the meat on the table.
He was giving his capicola and chorizo to her.
Right, James? I don't think they're going to either. I really don't think there's going to be a sequel to Michael. I think they're going to say that there's going to be a sequel just so people shut up, because people know there's a whole other part of the story, but I don't think they're going to make it. No. I don't think that Lionsgate's going to do it, because right now, the way it stands, this movie, Michael fans have been going crazy. They've been dancing in the fucking movie theaters, dressing up to go see the movie, dressing up as him, and people from the videos and everything else. Well, and like I said, the second part, when he's going to court for the allegations of molestation and all that stuff, what are they going to be dancing in the theaters to that? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
They're probably going to cut that out. They're probably going to omit that from the movie. They want to make it, seem like Michael was this great person.
Yeah, when they start talking about, all the stuff that happened at Neverland, supposedly they're going to be in the fucking house going hee hee, dancing and shit to that. I don't think so.
Who are they going to get to play Macaulay Culkin in the movie?
Well, Macaulay Culkin said that he said nothing happened. I mean,
I know, but
but then again, Macaulay Culkin has a career that he needs to protect. So it's a good chance that he wouldn't have said anything, even if something had happened.
I mean, Macaulay Culkin has his own shit going on. His parents take his money.
I mean, you have shit like fucking Corey Feldman. That dude's a fucking clout chaser. I mean, you knew he was gonna be like, oh yeah, he touched me in a funny way, and he's like, look, did he really pay attention to what I just said?
And he said that Charlie Sheen did something to him too.
Yeah, I mean, so Corey Feldman, you take that shit with a grain of salt, but Macaulay Culkin, I think he had a lot to lose, if he said that he had touched him or something.
Tracker, Alice probably lived under the stairs in the same room as Scott.
Let me see. They will never do a segment where he outbid Paul McCartney on the Beatles copyrights, because it'll make him look like a villain, and everything he did since the 90s is very sus. There was a lot of sus stuff that happened, but then also there was a lot of sus stuff that happened to him, when it comes to the record company. So, I mean, you're dealing with Sony, and Sony, there's so many fucking stories, not just from Michael Jackson. All kinds of fucking artists have stories about Sony and different shit that happened. One of these days, that's going to be a big thing when that comes to a head. But it may never, because Sony is just like, they have so much control over, the entertainment, the business.
I mean, if you think about it, Hop Frog, the plastic surgeon got his nose. I mean, his plastic surgeon did a lot of things to his nose. There was I keep referring to that one interview where they asked him if he got plastic surgery, and he goes, "Come on, it's all lies. You know it is." I don't know. I'll probably get taken down for this, but I'll play it real quick. I don't care. Ms.
Bray said the family want to sell records. Part 2 won't be shifting any track. Yeah, people ain't gonna be right out by that soundtrack. So I looked at the accusations that MJ was guilty of sin. I don't want to say he was guilty of sin because that's not my job to judge, but
here, just for you guys, I'm gonna play this real quick.
I'm gonna give my old fat man face.
There you go, guys.
The duck face.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's true. They lie.
That's so fucking funny meme. Like I said, I had that, and it said, when your coworker said you've been leaving work early, and it says, no, none of that's true. They lie.
I just have to play that every once in a while. If that gets me taken down, then it was worth it.
They might make a sequel called Bubbles, though. Do you know what we discovered today, people?
Yes. Bubbles
is 43 years old. He's still alive. He's 43 years old. He's the same age as Lisa. Lisa, are you Bubbles, and you're just not telling us?
Yeah, Michael Jackson threw me out. He threw me out like the monkey I was. I told him, I want to stay with Prince. But he said, no, you can't stay with Prince.
Need to look it up. Bubbles is 43 years old. I think that Lisa is Bubbles shaved down, and she's just not telling us.
I am Bubbles. I got sent to an animal sanctuary with all the other monkeys. Michael wanted more money for plastic surgery, so he could take care of me.
I mean, they came out with this whole thing that supposedly Jafar Jackson had went to go visit Bubbles and all this bullshit. And they said that all the pictures of Jafar Jackson with Bubbles was all AI. It was all fake. They said Jafar did not go visit him. They said the only Jackson that's ever gone to visit Bubbles was LaToya, because they said the reason why Bubbles ended up in that sanctuary is because he was getting unruly as he got older. He got bigger. Michael Jackson could not handle him. And he was getting very forceful and very aggressive. So that's the reason why LaToya was the only one to visit him. And she visited him behind a screen. Like, she couldn't even, get close to him. So they say it is bullshit that Jafar was like
We've
taking
got some
pictures with
breaking
him.
news, guys. Live breaking news on a Groovy Lisa stream. I was broke once standing in line for a Josh Groban autograph, but I don't mind it.
It was probably Lisa standing behind you.
You know what? You know what? Who was probably groping you? Because Machete Girl went with me to a Josh Groban signing. It was probably Machete Girl.
Yeah. Oh, hi, William Archer. Sorry, I didn't even see you there.
I didn't realize that Disney owned ABC. Yes, they did. They're trying to take off our Jimmy Kimmel again.
Look at Invisible Ray said, AI Bubbles is a crime. James Fry said, don't go near Bubbles' cage.
No.
Eddie Murphy had said that. Eddie Murphy had said that he told a story of that where he does an impersonation of Michael Jackson. He says, I went over to Michael Jackson's house once and I was like, wow, I was amazed. Bubbles was over in a cage. He's like, oh, Bubbles is like jumping up and down. He's like, Bubbles, I want to meet Bubbles. I want to meet Bubbles. And he said, Michael Jackson, you don't want to go over there. You don't want to go near him. He's upset right now. Don't go over there. And Edward's like, I want to meet Bubbles. I want to tell you something. No, you don't want to go over there, Eddie. You don't want to go over there. Like Bubbles was all pissed off.
I need you to do more Michael Jackson voices because it's hilarious.
I don't do that great with Michael Jackson voice, but I just thought it was funny the way he's like, no, Eddie, you don't want to go over there, Eddie. You don't want to go over there.
It's
Bubbles
lies.
is upset.
It's lies. They all lie.
He's all, they lie. It's lies. They lie.
I mean, you know that interview, that Martin Bashir interview, Ray. People were saying that was not a good interview, but at the end of the day,
man, I'm sorry.
It was hilarious. I'm sorry, but it was.
You got a funny sense of humor. I didn't think it was hilarious. I thought it was fucking very telling.
No, that part.
It exposed a lot.
I'm not saying the whole interview, just that part where it says they lie. I thought that was funny.
I won't watch this team. The Beatles one is definitely going to get finished. Now, the thing that I'm curious about is how good it's going to be. I mean, you got a fucking crowd base. I mean, you got a fan base that's rabid. I mean, that thing, I'm just going to get the fuck off YouTube for a fucking year when those biopics come out. 'Cause that's all it's going to fucking be. It's going to be all about, well, this was wrong, this was right, that was wrong, this fucking sucked, and this is every fucking channel is going to be like, well, they got this right. It's going to be horrible. It's like, I'm just going to stay the fuck off YouTube. I'm like, I'm going to be, nope.
I mean, yeah, I'll admit, watching that interview and watch how he was treated in that interview was not a pretty interview to watch. Let me tell you something, Star Trekker. The reason why he didn't get the part is because who the fuck names their kid Your Majesty? Jermaine, of course. Your Majesty. He names his kid Your Majesty. Can you imagine?
Look at Jermaine's fucking hair. What the fuck is up with that? Is he spray paint the sides of his fucking head?
Well, maybe he's getting his hair dyed too at like 70, like Ringo Starr. How old is Jermaine? Paulina, Google it. How old is Jermaine Jackson?
Maybe they are going to make up a lot of stories for the new Beatles movie. I mean, from what I understand, when I was watching The Midas Man, with Paulina and Tim, they corrected a lot of stuff that was in that movie. So if they're going to do it in that movie, who knows if they're going to do it in this movie? I'm pretty sure that a lot of stuff gets romanticized and they end up adding a lot of stuff for entertainment value and to make them look better, to get it past, the families and the estates. So Janis Jackson missing in the film, very weird. I always thought Michael was weird, but when I saw he had a giant statue of the Jolly Green Giant, was that fucking not creepy, Star Trekker, when he's talking about the fucking Green Giant? He's all, who's this? The Incredible Hulk? Bashir's playing stupid. He's like, who's this? The Incredible Hulk? Who's this? He's all, no. He's all, that's the Jolly Green Giant. Don't you remember the commercials? Ho, 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 Green Giant. And I was like, that's fucking creepy, Michael.
It is weird.
Yeah. He's like, that's the Jolly Green Giant. Ho, 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 Green Giant. It's like,
well,
I'm all nightmare fuel.
Paulina, I have something to admit to you, Paulina, because you brought it up in this chat, Paulina. Yep, that's right. I am Bubbles the monkey. You see that? I am Bubbles.
There's Lisa
the monkey.
right there. It's fucking Lisa right there.
Lisa
was her Michael Jackson doll.
I just with so many family members in a Jackson family, why didn't one of them take Bubbles? Just for Bubbles. I mean, Jermaine Jackson could have took Bubbles and named it Jer Bubblesty.
Well, the reason, like I said, the reason why they didn't take Bubbles because Bubbles got big and unruly, and they couldn't handle him anymore. So they fucking shaved him down, sent him to Alhambra, and now Bubbles does live streams.
I am Bubbles. I am Bubbles. I've been disowned by my owner, Michael Jackson, and
this is going to be a fucking ongoing. This is going to be an ongoing joke now. This is the new joke that Lisa is actually Bubbles because they're both 43.
I am Bubbles. Mm-hmm. I am Bubbles. I wear a leather jacket and I have a hat with an airplane on top of it.
That's what basically happened. It was where Bubbles did. He got snappy with MJ, and MJ couldn't handle him anymore. I mean, you know what we're gonna say? You're like the Eddie Murphy joke. Remember when he's talking about like telling the one uncle, he's like, "Oh, I know about your wife. I know about your wife. She's a Bigfoot, isn't she, Gus?
Yeah.
You shaved the bitch down, taught her how to talk."
Yeah, there was. I heard there was.
Goony Google.
Okay.
I think it was that. Yeah, there was that whole rumor that supposedly he had bought the Elephant Man's remains or his bones, and they're saying no, he's down in the basement in England.
Well, I think Dusty could do that. Mm-hmm. Review the Beatles biopic.
Beatles biopic. You need to review it the day before it comes out. Rest of your channel will blow up. I could bullshit and just say, "Oh, I seen it, and this is what I thought," and I can guarantee you, I clickbait like a motherfucker. Everybody's gonna be there like, "Oh, what? You saw it?" And I'll be like, "I've seen it."
Okay, fine. I'll look it up, Paulina. I'll look up how old Jermaine Jackson.
Oh, Paulina's like, "You're Google." He said, "You fucking look it up." I put the fucking in because I figured that was.
I want Jermaine Jackson, not Jeremiah Jackson.
Have you seen the Louis Theroux documentary by MJ? It's hilarious. No, I haven't, but I think I'm going to look that up. There was another movie that Invisible was mentioning. I think that was a Michael Jackson biopic. What was... Oh, Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
That movie was fucking horrible. The guy who played Michael Jackson in it, fucking horrible. It was fucking horrible. Good time, though. Hey, you got nothing else to do? Fucking turn around and smoke a joint? Fucking watch that movie. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, a lot of people said that Bohemian Rhapsody had a lot of inaccuracies in the movie. And of course, not surprised. Mm-hmm. He said the DVD is a thrift store staple here in Australia. Mm-hmm. I guess Australian people don't really like Bohemian Rhapsody. They're like, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, Man in the Mirror is just it's a fucking guilty pleasure. It totally is. Like I was watching my other guilty pleasure today. The movie I was telling you about, I Think We're Alone Now. That is like a guilty pleasure. If any of you ever get a chance, it's on YouTube for free. It's called I Think We're Alone Now. It's a documentary about these two stalkers of Tiffany Darwish, the singer from the 80s. The one who's like, think we're alone now. And they are such fucking freaks. It's like they're freaks. And it's like, it is so cringe and so crazy. It'll I think it's only like an hour and 10 minutes. It's really short. And it'll hold your attention. You're going to be like, what? It's crazy.
To answer your question, Paulina, I looked it up. Jermaine Jackson is 71. But you know what? Your Majesty is... I'm never going to get out of that.
I think Man in the Mirror is on YouTube too, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised. It wasn't that, a big time
There are only two biographies that I feel were 95% truthful. La Bamba, Not My Richie, and Love and Mercy. Everything else is I like Love and Mercy. I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. I thought Paul Dano's casting was great, but then John Cusack, I was a little bit perplexed by them casting John Cusack.
Okay, now, at the sake of sounding ignorant, Love and Mercy was about who?
Brian Wilson.
Okay.
It was.
And when did that come out?
That came out, I think, I want to say 17, 16, maybe. 2017.
Oh, okay.
Because I have the soundtrack, and I told Paulina I had the soundtrack, and she went and bought it. It's by Trent Atticus Ross.
Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor also, or just Atticus Ross?
I think it's just Atticus Ross on that one. But it's still worth having. I just Paul Dano was slated to get nominated for an Oscar for that, but he didn't. But I don't know. John Cusack was a what the fuck, I think, choice for later Brian Wilson.
That is kind of weird, huh?
You can't domesticate wild animals like monkeys.
Yeah, you can. Look at Lisa.
And look at me. Look at Mickey Dolenz. They domesticated him.
Okay, Mickey Dolenz looks like he could have been a freaking monkey at one time.
Yeah, he looks
A
like
real monkey. I'm not talking because he was in the group of monkeys. I'm talking a monkey.
He
Look
looks
at that
like
face.
a chimpanzee.
Look at that face. Okay, so.
Man in the Mirror classic. I like the song.
Mm-hmm.
The biop Ray was really good. I like Ray. Ray was a good one. The one with Jamie. What's his last name? That was a good
Jamie
one.
Foxx.
Yeah.
They kept on like throughout the movie. They kept on like showing like that he was blind his whole life, but he knew that attractive women had like thin wrists.
Yeah.
So he would touch their wrist, and if it was thin, he'd be like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?" Like,
and then there's me with my fat arms. I mean, my fat baby.
I don't think you have really fat arms, but you do got creepy fingers. But that's okay. We live with it.
No, I do have fat arms. I do have fat arms.
See, more proof that you are Bubbles the Chimp. Put up your arm. Put up your hands. Are those monkey hands or what? I'm like, oh, if those ain't fucking pooflingers, I don't know what is.
Carlos Santana did his score to La Bamba as Richie Valens was one of his heroes. That's interesting. Because the guy who played Richie Valens in a movie, I found out Lou Diamond Phillips is Filipino.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. Because he's such a Mexican icon. I was like,
but Filipinos look Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
They do. A lot of Filipino people look Mexican. Let's see. TV movies are the best biop. Let's see. I'm going to read the rest of his comments.
Mm-hmm.
Ray is saying yes. Love and Mercy is awful. Well, Ray, that's your opinion. I thought it was good. That nasty guy is the best part. Neither of Brian Wilson's look anything like him. I thought Paul Dano kind of looked like him. If I showed you a picture of Paul Dano as Brian Wilson, I think he kind of did. John Cusack, not so much. I've seen a bit of that Tiffany documentary.
Crazy, isn't it? It's pretty freaking crazy.
Okay, let's see. King Charles has got sausage fingers.
Yes, no, there was a lot of rumors about him having heart disease and all kinds of stuff because of his fingers.
Well, he has cancer.
Oh, okay, well.
Let's see. La Bamba is a good film. That we all can agree on. Nobody has anything bad to say about La Bamba. It's 10 out of 10. My grief is with Ray is the same with Selena. The actors that portray them use those movies to jumpstart the. Yeah, that is true. But come on.
Wait, Jennifer Lopez didn't she have a music career before that?
No.
No? Okay, well.
Well, because when she was in that movie, I mean, even though they did jumpstart the career, don't be saying, people, you haven't been singing Jenny in the Block, because I sing that from time to time. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny in the Block.
That is a really good question. Look what James Farley said. He said, Ray, if they made a biopic about you, who would star in it?
Richard Dolan.
And then you would have for real. And then you would have to not only would you have to cast Invisible Ray, you would have to, cast, everyone around him. So you'd have to cast Rachel and Rob the Waxed and
I got the perfect guy for it. Because this guy used to wear a mask when he did videos. He was known as Helmet Head. Vinyl Dale. Vinyl Dale.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I can see it. Yeah.
Vinyl Dale, he did the helmet video. So,
but what about what famous actor could play Invisible Ray? Is what we're saying. What famous actor?
Stephen Fry.
Interesting.
Or better yet, James Corden.
Oh, William Archer said someone would have to use my favorite record shops. Okay, now, like I said, when we're talking, Vinyl Dale would work. Now, what about the other people in the universe? Because we're going to say this is let's call this the Invisible Ray universe. So everybody in the VC is the universe. What about who would play Rachel, Rob the Waxed, who would play you, who would play Mayo, all that stuff.
Okay. I already decided who would play me.
We have to get the vinyl casting couch in.
I know who will play me. It would be Alex Bornstein, the one who plays Mrs. Swan in the Mad TV show.
Okay, yeah. That's fucking Groovy Lisa. Big time.
And then who would play
Groovy Lisa / Bubbles the Chimp.
Who would play Rachel would be the guy I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, don't say it. But I know who you're talking about.
I mean, we can always get someone else to play her. Maybe Jane Tomlin.
Let's put it this way. I was saying that you look like a character from that movie earlier with your hair. I said you look like Danny DeVito in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and that's the only clue we're gonna give. You know,
hey,
so
Danny DeVito could play me too.
yeah.
I mean, if they needed, like, they wanted to, like, kind of go left field.
Oh yeah, you didn't know about that? Invisible? That was a Def Leppard film. Freaking horrible. That's a prime example of what I said, like a Lifetime movie. You know, it was like a Lifetime channel. Out here in America, we have a thing called Lifetime Channel. They make these freaking movies that are just like, they'll go over like somebody's famous life and they'll skim over all the shit that happened in their life and stuff. So, and the same thing with Def Leppard film. It was like they kind of, it's like he had the car accident, lost the arm, Rick Allen and stuff. They kind of just skimmed over it and stuff, and like they kind of like had to put it in as an afterthought how he lost his arm.
I kind of see that. I can kind of see that girl looking like me. She kind of does.
I think the Def Leppard film, is another one. I think it's on YouTube. Might be possibly also. Karen Allen. Yeah, I could see that. Now, if Lisa had chosen to be a thespian and chose to be an actress herself, she would have a lot of work in a lot of these Yoko Ono, John Lennon films.
Yeah, I would probably play the evil person.
So,
I mean, the real important question is, who will play Trekker in a movie?
Who can we get to put on a diaper and dance?
Who looks like Trekker?
I don't know, because Trekker's a pretty good-looking guy. He's a good-looking guy.
I mean, are we going to get, like, Josh Gad to play Trekker? I don't know.
Look at Invisible Ray's icon right there. Take a look at his emoji. See that? That's a lot of what Trekker pulls. He pulls tons of that because he's such a good-looking guy.
Yeah, he pulls tons of Muncia.
He pulls tons of it. Talk about a barn burner.
If you think about all the people, if you think about all the people we have in this beloved vinyl community, who would play who? Think about it.
Well, that's why we have to you have to turn to Vinyl Casting Couch. I mean, he's pretty right on about a lot of things when he gives up, when he ends up
yeah. Who would play Jason Roxa? That's a good one.
Jason Rojas.
Rojas. I pronounced your name wrong. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think this should be a conversation we should probably end up having, next week or something.
No, that one guy, that guy is very famous in Mexican shows. A Mexican culture.
Oh, that narrows it down.
No, the one with the one with that bowl cut. You know what I'm talking about. Let me.
Okay, that narrows it down.
I'll look him up.
Divine could play Rachel.
Yeah.
Why would we do that to poor Divine?
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
No, he's a famous TikToker. And he's Mexican.
Okay, that I could see. AGK by.
Not Peso Pluma, but
Peso Pluma.
No. The actor that I'm talking about. He's on TikTok. He's on Instagram, and he has a bowl cut. He's Mexican. That's who could play Jason. And I can't think of his name. He has a mustache too.
Lieutenant Phillips will play every Native American or Mexican that we see. Think of it. I mean, there's not too many of us. How many Mexicans and Native Americans are there? I don't think there's very many. It's I don't think there's very many of us. I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot of us Mexicans. You're talking about Mexicans don't collect records. No, I'm just kidding.
Jimmy Kimmel versus Rachel would be a barn burner. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel would smoke her.
But anyways, it's been 2 hours. I'm out here. I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's great being here.
Stream. We had
great stream.
We have 17 people still, which is fantastic.
Yeah, so it's great to get all you guys in here on a Friday night, because I know there was so many other people you guys could watch.
Well, thank you to
Friday night's a busy night, so
thank you to everybody that was here in the stream. Appreciate you all being here. We'll probably come back next week. Seems like we're very popular. I don't usually get this many people, so thank you. I got up to almost 20, which is fantastic.
Tomorrow, probably towards the evening, late afternoon, towards the evening, I'm going to do my music stream like I usually do. So I will be on tomorrow. I'm pretty much with the schedule. I think this should be the schedule. I think what we should do is I do a music stream on the weekend. We do the panel on my channel on Wednesdays. We do the panel on yours on Fridays.
Yeah, that would make good sense.
So, we give people more exposure because I don't know if they want to see us more often.
And you know what? Ms. Bisbury, no one's going to watch that.
I would. I'd be fucking curious as fuck.
If okay, I'll watch it if John Malkovich plays him.
Wow. Okay, that's a good insight. You know what? I can see that. I'm gonna AI that.
John Malkovich. I love you. You remember that
I'm gonna
movie
AI
made
that,
about John Malkovich being John Malkovich?
And be all being AGK. We got to be careful what we say about AGK because otherwise he'll end up making a whole other video screaming about us. Get the fuck out of my life.
Everybody.
We don't need to open that fucking box of worms again.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Bye, everybody.
We'll be here.